Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It looks like my mic is working. My music is working. We're all good. We're all good. Thank you all so much for being here. We are going to play some Manor Lords today and attempt to continue to build up Burgage Smalls into the biggest city in the world. So we've got our goal. I believe it was like 4,000 something, but we'll have it on the screen the entire time. Yes, you can hear me. It's wild. And you know the funny thing? I did not update OBS yet for very specific reasons. Basically that the audio is the one bug that's in there. But next week I have a new microphone, a new shotgun microphone, and we'll have a new version of OBS maybe. Hopefully that resolves that issue and we'll see what happens. I'll probably screw it up. Then I will truly be a pro streamer. It's going to be amazing. So before we begin, and I show you around what we built last time if you missed it, I just want to know, where is everyone at today? It's not just the chair. I can give you just the chair if that's what you want, but Minnesota, UK, Fort Murray, Alberta, Madison, Caledonia, Wisconsin, love it. Northern Virginia, Melbourne, Australia, UK, Melbourne, Brazil, Washington, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Grand Rapids, Hungary, Illinois, Cleveland, Finland, Scotland, Sweden, Boulder, Sweden, Baltimore, Budapest, Utah, Greenville, Kansas, Buda, Texas, Germany, Detroit, Florida, Berlin, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, your house. Makes sense. Cheese. So I guess Wisconsin, Denmark, Michigan, Detroit, Indiana, Texas, Hungary, Southern Australia, South Africa, Berlin. I got you already, but I'll get you again. Texas, Chicago, Austria, Germany, DC, Central New York. Thank you all so much for being here. So I mentioned just a moment ago what we were up to. I want to show you in case you weren't here. I guess I'm a little curious. Were most of you guys here to see the stream last week, Thursday? It was a night stream, so it's probably different for some of you. Wow, it's still coming in. Portugal, Philly, South Bend. Well, we'll take a look anyway. And basically, we started working on this map, which is Burgage. We're building in Burgage Smalls. If you've played Manor Lords before, you'll know that it's the same few tiles every single time. We re-rolled basically forever to get a tile that was large and had one of these rich deposits of iron. And the main reason for that is we wanted to make sure that we could have unlimited iron forever. So in the previous stream, our main goal was to set up a village that we could trade with. And now we at the very end learned something very special, very, very special. Basically, we learned that if you have an iron deposit, you can get up to 3 mines in here. Now, I wasn't able to fit 3, but we got 2. So we got 2 deep mines. These will never deplete. So we have unlimited iron now. So we shouldn't need any food. We shouldn't need to produce any food locally. We should be able to trade all of this iron and the things that we craft from the iron for food and focus on growth and leveling. So we've got a lot of resources that we need because this map really doesn't have much besides berries, a little bit of wild animals, a little bit of clay. I mean, looks like we've already almost depleted our clay deposit. So we really have to focus on trading, density, and making sure that we are being as efficient as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. What if a rival swoops in? That's another good point. So we are not playing. This was a vote. I want to say YouTube voted on it. This is a peaceful build. So we are focused on just building. If you look at the top left, the population goal is shown up there, 4,558. We looked for that, and that is the largest city that's ever been built in one tile in Manor Lords, and we want to beat that. So we've got a long ways to go. 1,000, or we have 128. 128, yes. No food ever. Yeah, food is going to be a really challenging thing for us. We currently have 1 burgage plot that is producing all of the food, and then we have a rich berries deposit, but beyond that, not much else. So I'm gonna get this thing running because I kind of want to see where we're at with our resources. We're probably gonna want to kind of calm things down with our trading post as well and start to really hone in on some things. And one thing that was suggested in the last video or in the last stream was that maybe we should start to specialize where things are being stored, which I don't know that I've ever really done. So Oh yeah, here it is under advanced. We can actually narrow this down and only store things that we want. So we'll probably build a whole bunch of storehouses and really specialize these as well. Any coffee brewing this morning? I got my Tim Hortons. So here's my Tim Hortons. It's just in a normal cup. I almost broke this cup this morning. The reason I'm not using one of the cups that I made is this is a cup that I got for Christmas from my youngest daughter. She knows I love big cups. So she got me the biggest cup that she could find, and I love it. Excellent cup. Just a normal blue cup, very, very large. How's the game's performance at big cities? We're gonna find out. I've heard it's not great. Then again, we basically got the beefiest rig that we could have for this, so we'll have to see. The other thing I guess to think about is I read this morning that the game is currently being migrated to Unreal 5. So I do wonder if performance is going to improve over time. So yeah, are the apples fixed yet? Not to my knowledge. Do you live so close to Canada you drink Tim Hortons? Indeed. I lived closer to Canada at one point. I do love big cups, and I cannot lie. So let's look at all of our resources. I think I knew that we were going to have a problem with our wood. So I'm going to turn down the saw pit and allocate that worker over here to our logging camp. And I want to just start cranking on resources. And I think I'm going to take your guys' advice. The advice you gave last time was we need additional granaries, and we need to specify where things are going, and additional storehouses as well. So I think I want to start out by being super extra and really narrow things in. So where I think this is going to be helpful is we are going to be able to have specific storehouses within our market, which I think is going to be really helpful for us when we try to make sure that we have everything we need to kind of progress. We also need to start bringing in some tiles, because I know that that is one of our limitations. We are going to run out of clay tiles. So yeah. You live only 10 minutes from Canada, Jay? How is that? I had an uncle who lived, where was it? He doesn't live there anymore. It was Canton, New York. And he said he could see Canada like every day. All right, so let's build a bunch of storehouses. And then just generally, how's everyone doing today? I want to thank you all for your patience with me as I delayed the stream. You doing well, Robert? That's good to hear. The presidential debate has you feeling defeated? It wasn't a good time. I don't know anyone who feels very great right now. It's definitely depressing. Afterwards, my response to it was to look up the ages of I looked up the ages of the presidential candidates from 2012, and Mitt Romney is currently 77. Barack Obama is 62. We all know how old Biden is, and then we have Paul Ryan, who I want to say is 52. It's kind of mind-blowing to me that is it's sad. I just wish that we had some candidates that were younger, but it is what it is. Definitely feeling the same way though. That was not good. Debate was brutal. Yeah. I should run. Someday I might run for something locally. Local government is the government that I am most interested in. I mean, which is probably not very surprising as an urban planner. Not enough wood. Gotta turn some things down. We're going ham over here with our wood cutting. Yeah, I mean, I definitely was depressing. I hope the next little while goes okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone changed any perceptions. That's the funny thing about the debate. Like, I think it made everyone feel uncomfortable, but no one. I think the thing is, everyone in this country has lived under both presidents. They know what they want, and I don't know that many people are very persuadable at this point. So we're kind of just waiting, and I don't think anyone knows the way it's going to go, which is kind of a weird spot to be in. And in my state, for anyone who's not from the U.S., we have something called the Electoral College. What it means is that every state sends electors to go and cast their ballot for president. And my state is one of the most evenly divided states in the country in terms of its politics. And it means that if you live here, you probably know someone who has the opposite political persuasion. Everyone's pretty close to the middle on things, and your differences are relatively minor, most likely. But it also means that in presidential elections, we get just rained on with political ads. And politicians coming here, I mean, they both are. I mean, Biden was in Madison not long ago. Trump was a county over not too long ago too, and it's going to accelerate. It's stressful. I don't think any of us like it. We're gonna do a little mulligan. President Phil would definitely call a number of mulligans. You live in the EU and it's total chaos too. I've been following what's happening in the EU, and I think that just in general, there's a lot of anxiety in the world about a lot of different things, and a lot of it's rightly so. I mean, the cost of living has gone crazy. Wars all over the place. It's very stressful. It's very stressful. Yeah, the Republican National Convention is in Milwaukee, so I will be 70 miles from that. In the city that I live. It's just madness. I don't know if this is nostalgia, but it kind of feels like politics wasn't so in my face just like 10, 15 years ago. And I kind of wish that it still wasn't. I don't want to know as much as I know now, or I don't want to hear as much as I hear. Maybe that's the better way of putting it. Your beautiful city of Superior and CS2 knows no warfare. Yes, that's the beautiful thing about a game. That's generally why I don't talk about politics on the channel as well, because I feel like we all are so inundated with it all the time that it's nice to have a reprieve and not need to worry about it. Yeah, I remember 2008 being intense. I was in California for that one. California politics are intense in general. 2004 was my first election that I could vote in. In fact, the primaries were actually held on my birthday. So I'm probably one of the few people that you've ever met that on their 18th birthday, I went to my local library and I cast the ballot for president. Not president, but in the presidential primaries. It was super cool. The debate you're live streaming Subway Surfers footage underneath. Diana, that's going to be interesting. The decline of Canada relative to the U.S. is an interesting development over the past few years. Canada, I mean, isn't most of Canada's problems, as far as I understand, as an uneducated. Sorry, everybody. It's morning. My voice is off. As far as I know, with Canada, isn't most of the issues there, aren't they related to a lack of housing? So, and here's where city politics and national politics kind of collide. It's interesting to me to see that the federal government in Canada shut down external investment, maybe investment's the wrong word. Foreigners scooping up and speculating on Canadian housing, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's one of the problems that we have here. Ours is probably more corporate ownership of homes. And I just think for cities, I don't know how you deal with that. It's crazy. You're going back to Wisconsin, your way to a game done quick tomorrow. When you go by, you'll be sure to stop at a Quick Trip. So Phoenix, I love that. Just make sure you go to a Quick Trip with a K. We overinvested in housing, and at the end, all of the investments and it's collapsing. So in the U.S., and I think it's like this in a lot of places, we have kind of a demographics are colliding. And that's going to be an interesting development for us. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Our rich iron deposit is depleting. So we're going to take a break from that discussion for a moment because I just noticed, look at this. It's actually going down. Is this going to be a problem for us? Do you guys know? Heavy. Thank you for being here. First time here. I appreciate that. And I missed the hype train. I'm sorry, guys. I will get to that in a second. We got to figure this out. Oh no. It says indefinitely. There is a point I have to spend to make it unlimited. I'm confused now. I think all we can really do is deplete it and see what happens. I mean, that's the only option that we have. So it is going down. I'm hoping that it just gets to 0 and just keeps extracting. This is for science. Oh, it will go to 0, but keep extracting. It's a visual bug. Okay. I got really nervous there for a minute, guys. Really nervous. We have a save. I mean, we haven't really done much at this point. We built a large storehouse and a granary that we're going to upgrade, and then we're going to start to we upgraded the mines, yeah. So we actually upgraded 2 of them. That's one of the reasons I'm so nervous, is I've never done this part of it. We've got a deep mine right here and a deep mine right here. Both have a portion of its mass within the mine. So yeah. Google is my best friend. I see what you're saying there. But I have the hive mind behind me. There's a 600, 700 of you guys between YouTube and Twitch, and I can tap into you guys. Yeah, so as far as housing goes, we were talking about the housing. I think the demographics are going to be really challenging over the next little while. I'm gonna deplete the last of this resource and then get rid of this stuff. You have one of the biggest generations bumping into another gigantic generation. The baby boomers have not moved out of their homes. They want to age in place, which I think is fine. But also, that means that housing stock that they're in is not available for people who would be entering the housing market. And for many of them, they're in a position where it makes no sense to sell, because if they were to sell, they wouldn't be able to buy back in. So it's a really weird spot right now. We're in a really tough spot. Yimmy T, you are my Google. I appreciate that. We have a quick ad break on Twitch, so I'm going to take just a moment to go through all the activity. Blacklight, thank you so much for the resub. Phoenix Captain, thank you so much. Tier 1, 6 months. Again, good luck and enjoy Quick Trip. Make sure you find a good one. If you go to the Dells, for instance, I think the biggest Quick Trip I've ever been in is in the Dells. Go to that one. Mystery Mayhem, thank you so much for the Tier 1. Thank you all for the Hype Train and Jeeves the Dinosaur. Thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. Just block the guy. I don't know who's talking. Yeah, we're basically done. We're not gonna talk about politics anymore. It's depressing. I don't want to talk about it. What we're gonna talk about is making the biggest city in Manor Lords. There's lots of places that you can talk about politics, but I do appreciate you guys all being flexible with me, because even if I don't want to talk about it on stream, it's still the real world, and I still want to be informed. So, sorry about that, but looking at the map that I used for the live stream on the economy patch a couple of days ago, you completely forgot. That was Victoria, British Columbia by Poplar Ponderosa. Beautiful map. Definitely check it out. I'm sure I've been asked a million times, but how do I feel about CS2 now that I've had some time with the new patch? I'm guessing. I feel conflicted. I like 99% of the patch. The tile upkeep needs to be rethought. I think they need to think about that again. And I know they released the dev. If you missed it, they released the dev diary today, going over the tile upkeep. They say that they're listening. So if you have feedback about tile upkeep, give it. In fact, let's see. Do you guys? What's the gist of this game, Marcus? This is a game where we're basically building a medieval community, and we have no war because we turned it off. So there was a dev diary that came out today, a mini dev diary explaining the idea of tile upkeep, and I would highly encourage you to check it out. We can go over it if you want a little bit later on. Your population and money started plummeting and you don't know how to fix it. I released a video that gives you a couple ideas on what you can do. It all depends on if you unlocked all tiles, you're probably going to want to go back on that. You want to take a look at that dev diary? Why don't we? I want to make sure that we're banking some resources. So let me make sure that we're getting a couple of resources imported. And then, yeah, we can take a look at that. So let's look quickly at our trading posts. So the resources that I know that, I want to get in here. Actually, we need to let this run so we fill things up. We're also exporting planks right now. Yeah, give me a second. We're gonna go through the trading post, and before we take a look at that, we just got to make sure that we are set here. So last time we went through, we bought a couple of trading routes. Everything seems to be working a lot better since some of the updates have come through. We are exporting our planks and some of the things that we're making from iron to basically pay for everything. But we don't have every trade route unlocked right now, unfortunately. We do have, see, we're bringing in barley. I think we should probably bring in more. We're taking the barley in. We're turning that into malt. We're turning this into malt and beer, and kind of going through that whole chain. We're likely going to do this with all of our food. I believe that we're also bringing in. We're bringing in wheat, making our own bread. We're collecting berries. So we've got a lot going on, but reasonably, some of our limitations are around a lack of food at this point. So we might just want to have a good variety of food across the board. And that's going to mean that we got to buy a bunch of trade routes. We've also got the king demanding more and more money from us. So that's been another consideration this entire time. You thought that Ivani did a really good job with the dev diary? Yeah, I thought so too. It feels like they're listening, which is excellent. I think that's something that I know that I've felt like they needed to do. So it feels like they're hitting their stride again, which I think is great. We have enough now. Oh, we're getting close. I'm going to speed this along. I think the roof tiles is the one that I'm the most interested in right now. And that's because we don't have a source of this. Or maybe we just actually, that is a bad idea. We can turn the clay into roof tiles. Where am I missing this? Can we not import clay? No, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to import clay, make sure we have 100 at any given time, and then we'll have to reestablish a place to actually create the roof tiles. But that's going to be important because I think once we get to level 3, you double your density again, if I'm not mistaken. So we really have to make sure that we're getting everything to level 3. I'm going to let some things import. We're going to leave it on high speed, and let's take a look. I want to say it'll probably be right on their website. Here it is. Fourth tab. Am I doing Twitch and YouTube full time? Yeah, I have been for a little while now. My world started to collide. Let's see, the dev diary. So basically what they're saying here Let's see. We've seen a bunch of questions about the new tile upkeep. They created this mini dev diary to try to help us understand it. The basics is that it's a new administrative land cost that is applied to your own land. It's a fee that the city pays to the government for expanding its city limits. And it's inspired by real world property tax for unused land. Now, this again, that phrase right there is something I just talked about in my most recent video. And I said it doesn't make sense. That's not the way government works. Government doesn't pay property taxes in any of their buildings. They collect taxes. So I don't really understand that. The first 9 tiles are unlocked when you get it. Tile upkeep is for the tiles beyond that. The upkeep cost ranges from 5 to 25% with the more map tiles that are purchased. So early on, map tiles are going to be cheaper. And then they show this little chart that kind of shows how things grow exponentially through time until you hit 25%. So they wanted to take, I think that they came from a good place, a good thought process here. They were thinking about making the game more management heavy. They want more meaningful choices. That is great. That improves, or that this impacts your ability to reach the end of the playable area. Though that's a thing that I've talked about. I think that with them, I've reported that I feel like if they're going to have this tile upkeep, then maybe they need to think about allowing us to place regional infrastructure in areas that we don't own or something like that. It makes a lot of things really challenging. Buying ocean tiles, buying all sorts of things. They talk about ways to limp your existing saves through, such as unlocking all the tiles, which will give you all 529 tiles. And it'll completely remove the tile upkeep, but also disable achievements and make the game significantly easier. So I don't know. They're looking for feedback. They're actually asking you to jump into Paradox forums and say something about how you feel about it. From what I saw, most of the feedback in the forum was pretty positive. So I'm not sure if this is a disconnect between someone with an existing city and someone with a new city, but I'd highly recommend jump in here, leave your feedback. They are listening. For me, I think that with tile upkeep, and I'm curious to know how you guys feel about it. I like the idea of making the game more challenging in the late game. I think that this just might not have been it. I'm not a big fan of the implementation of it. So, but most people seem to like it. And what I've appreciated is it seems like most people are being positive and providing good feedback. So we'll have to see. Am I going to play Workers and Resources again? Yes. I'm going to record another Workers and Resources after stream, actually. So looking forward to doing that. You like the idea of it? You just think it's too expensive? Keep it, but scale it down. Yeah, I guess I could be on board with that personally. You love how hard it is. So my fear is really not about vanilla maps, it's custom maps. I feel like it wasn't a big enough consideration. Yeah, CS2 is still expensive in the Steam sale. It is. It's 10% off. A lot of other games are on significantly higher discounts, but it's also new and they're not selling any DLC, so I'm not surprised. Before the Economy 2.0, you barely touched the economy settings in your cities. You like that you're now forced to use the features now? Like CCPP said in an earlier video, you have to be able to lose. Exactly. Yeah, I think it's gonna take a little bit to dial in. Like, we want to be able to lose, but we also don't want to lose every time. So, one thing I have been thinking a lot about, and I've had a lot of questions about this. The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to City Skylines 2 that I put out it's basically toast. I think that if we're just being totally honest with ourselves, I need to go back to the drawing board. So there's a decent chance that we revisit that soon, but as a brand new city, going over Economy 2.0 and retire that old one. I really didn't want to do that. That wasn't my goal. Was really to have something that would go on basically through the life of City Skylines 2, but that's just not going to work. Maybe wait till they figure out tile upkeep. Well, here's the thing. At this point, I think I would just tell you don't expand more than you need to. And I don't think that that advice is going to change regardless of what they do with tile upkeep. So it's hard to say. Maybe I'll leave that as a poll, asking people what they want me to do. Oh, hold on just 1 second. I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. And I got a text. They want to know if we can do it earlier. We're not doing that on stream. It's worth it just to delete your old cities. You're having a way better time trying to recover your old ones. Yeah, well, I could definitely see that. Did I build 2? Okay, this is my granary. There's my storehouse. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could see how it would definitely be valuable to do that. I'm not going to, mostly because, I mean, I'm in the middle of telling a story. But I could see why others might want to do that. So definitely, I'm for the sake of that, I'm definitely bummed. But also, yeah, it does make sense that if you're starting fresh, like if you are just building a random city and it's pretty big, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start over. In fact, I think right now, I mean, I've got all these videos in my head, all these different things I'd love to do. The big one is the Verde Beach sequel. Oh no. Deposit exhausted, deep mine. Okay, I think like you guys are saying, it's fine. We're still good. I'm gonna keep an eye on this for a second. Iron ore, is it going up? It is. Okay. Yeah, so I think that like for the Verde Beach sequel, that one, I almost feel like I need to start it now. Like it's the right time. And I think I'd have a lot of fun with it. I had so much fun with the new city on stream that I'm super tempted to do that. But yeah. Matt, yours recovered, just had to give it some time. MPB, you're a serial city starter anyway. The start of a city is so much fun. And I will say, like, it took 5 hours to stabilize the budget. And I was here for it. Like, that to me was an absolute blast. I had so much fun that entire time. So, maybe it's not a bad deal. I'm going to build a clay furnace over here. Now, I kind of feel like, oh, this person's going to drive me nuts. I kind of feel like maybe we have all of our jobs in a confined area. Although, so we're importing this, so maybe that doesn't make sense. So if we're importing, we're going to have all of our iron and clay, and all our clay over here, ideally. No, wait, the clay is in this storehouse, or it will be eventually. So, okay, what we'll do is I'll build the clay furnace over here, and then I'm going to try to just expand the city kind of wildly because we're going to need a lot more population. So let's not create problems with ourselves with the roads in the future. Build out a little ways. The last stream was great. You love that type of content for streams? I will be upfront and say that the last stream, I think the last 2 streams, but the last stream in particular, might have been the most fun I've ever had on a stream. Like, just the last 2 have been a blast. The Manor Lords one and then the City Skylines. I kind of just like speed racing. Not even speed racing. It was slow, but going through it, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Not having asset modding for so long has really hamstrung the aesthetics of the game. Yeah, I really hope they figure that out soon. I think there's a lot of people who would be very interested in the game, but for that one thing. So, oh no, we don't have enough money. Oh, this is for our new. Okay, we're fine. The king just wants more and more. Snail speed racing. I don't know. I'm really curious. Toady likes to do a lot of speed runs. And I'm really curious, how does the speedrunning community in general respond to the changes to City Skylines 2? Because I think it's going to be really hard to have any sort of a speedrun in City Skylines 2 now. And I'm also really curious, the previous records, do they just go away? Do we just like, what happens there? Can I overthrow the king? I wish. The king's a bum. It's absolutely terrible. One refresher. We are not doing this. So with our burgage plots, right here, this would appear to be maximizing density. We got 4 lots right here. They could all do something in the back. We are going to reduce the lot divisions because we end up using 1 resource for these lots right here. So basically, if you have a burgage plot with the main house and then the accessory dwelling unit, you end up using 1 resource for this plot, as opposed to this would use 4 resources. So 4 food, 4 firewood. So it makes a lot more sense for us to reduce the lot sizes. So we're going to be really careful with these because I want to maximize our density. So this is part of the trickery right now that we're gonna be doing. You can see right here. Now we've got 2 lots that will function as 4 units. So it's gonna be great. The king's a bum, the oldest American sentiment. It is. There's no need for that here in America. We're not doing anything with the king. Hard pass. If you make it slightly bigger, I'll get 3x2. You think so? I'll bite. Okay. At least Resident Evil speedrunning community, they use old patches with any percentage speedruns, and there's different categories. Oh, I would really hate for that to be the outcome. Mostly because I feel like that version of the game is going to become irrelevant. Just like bluntly, it's just maybe I'm not. I mean, maybe for speedrunning, it's what's needed, but I don't love it. Oh, we get 6 right there. So maybe you guys were right. There we go. We get 6 here as well. This one looks like it's slightly. We can. Got to spin it around. Oh, look at that, guys. You clicked on the stream and did not realize I wasn't playing cities. You have a friend that still has big death waves in cities since the update. You got to let it run longer then. If you go into the dev menu, you can actually set it to simulated 8 times speed, which to me ended up not being 8 times speed. It ended up being 6 times speed, but it's still much better. Most games have a pre-patch record list that is no longer run. Okay, that's good. I feel like there's a number of things that I want to try again. Self-sufficient cities. I want to try the 1-tile challenge. See how much we can build. It's going to be like a population of 200. You don't know how much speedrunning fits games like City Skylines? You feel the chill gameplay takes way more advantage of the game and its features? I think you might be right about that, but I feel like you can speedrun in any game. And City Skylines has kind of had a vibrant speedrunning community for a while, going back to the original. So I guess I don't necessarily see it as a problem to have speedrunning in a game like it, but it's definitely different than other games. I'm going to hold off on going this way because we have our forestry, although maybe they just need to not be right here. That might be the bigger issue. Hello from Romania. Hello, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thanks for the advice on the death wave, never ending. Yeah, it takes a while. The bigger thing though, and this is the thing that even in my video, I don't think I really touched on, the most recent video, is I think I think it takes longer for the economy to completely balance out than I might have initially realized. So I ran Magnolia County for a full year after the episode that just released. And this isn't, I'm not going to just start the next episode of the year gone. But what I noticed is that the economy is still shaking out. I'm still losing more tax revenue for quite a while. Not a lot, but enough that it was noticeable. And I think that so my thought process there is that with some of the patches that I used, or some of the mods, particularly the mods that tried to resolve high rent, we leveled up a lot of buildings. And I think a lot of buildings need to basically need to be removed. And I don't know how to fix that. It maybe potentially need to be removed because they're all level 5. And I think that a lot of us are experiencing that issue. So that's when people say that maybe you should start a new city. I think that that's part of what they're talking about, is that issue, I think, is going to take forever to resolve. In speedrunning, you basically come up with your own challenges, categories, and if it catches popularity, comes relevant category that others. If it catches popularity, it comes relevant category to others, and others compete too. Yeah, that's the joy of speedrunning. It's creating a way to play a game that maybe the developers and the rest of the community haven't thought about, but you did. And now you have created something special that other people want to do as well. I mean, I love all the challenge videos that used to come out for Cities Skylines, and I do feel like for Skylines 2, it's been missing. So I would love to see, I guess I would personally love to see that come back. I'm curious if there's anything like that in this game, actually, too. Here we go. 2 burgage plots there. Ad time. Well, in that case, Ian the Wonder Dog, thank you so much for the resub. Dark Callum Hero, thank you so much for the prime. LG Lewis, thank you so much for the resub. Jeeves the Dinosaur, again, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. I'll thank you. I'm going to keep thanking you, Jeeves. Do I have any videos on how to balance industries in City Skylines 1? I don't think that I have any specific videos on it, but there are a number of videos where I go over industries, if that's helpful. Royal tax increase with the black box. I love it. Just what we needed. More taxes. You're welcome. Sorry for your unpronounceable handle. Your handle is great. I'm just bad at pronunciation. If anything, I feel like the workers and resources video was an excellent demonstration of how bad I am at pronouncing things and how I will go out of my way to mispronounce things. It's really, we all have our own superpowers, and mine is the incredible ability to mispronounce things. And not even realize that I'm doing it. With the workers and resources video, I didn't realize just how poorly I was doing until afterwards. I realized I called one of the characters Stalin. Not my finest moment. So yeah, I'll do better in the next one, or at least I'll try to. You swear I said Zablaka the other day? There's video evidence. So that's the funny thing about doing this. There's always video evidence of all my mistakes. I'm gonna rotate this one around towards this row because we get the accessory plot and it's just one big lot, so that's good. Superpower equals mispronunciation. Yes. Stanislav. I said Stalinslav. Yes. So that's I'm gonna make an effort. Maybe I won't. Seems like you guys liked it. I'll just whatever I believe I'm seeing, I'll just go with it. It was really atrocious at moments. I know. I apologize To anyone who has a name that I mispronounced. Has the update made it justifiable to go ahead and buy City Skylines 2? Are there tons of bugs that should be fixed? There are still bugs. I'd say that the biggest bug is the office bug, which a lot of people are remarking about right now, and rightfully so. Basically, the bug that most people are talking about is one where offices will have like 5 workers for some bizarre reason. But beyond that, City Skylines 2 is in a much better spot than it was before. Performance is better. I think that the game is a lot more fun. So if you've been on the fence about it, I think that it's not a bad time to give it a go. I've personally enjoyed it a lot more. I can't do much more than... Oh, you know what? I'll move that road. Alt. Have I turned off all the unnecessary market stalls in Burgage Smalls? You lose efficiency. Oh, Canadian Jet. Can you expand on that? What do you mean unnecessary? Do you mean empty? Like this firewood stall? Just demolishing the stuff we don't need? CS2 needs to return to the office policy, yes. Yeah, the slowly shrinking workforce. Maybe that's part of what I'm seeing in City Skylines 2 right now, is that bug. This must be what you guys are talking about. I have a bunch of empty stalls. No more of these lazy work from home layabouts. You're currently working from home. I don't work from home. I personally feel like I don't know that I'd ever really want to work in the office full time again. Working in the office stinks. Only the granaries and storehouses should be opening stalls. How do I prevent that though? So I don't personally know how to. Is it just deleting this and saying, you know what, Forager, you don't need that? Oh! I never seen that icon up there. Okay, got it. So I want to understand, what does that help with? Yeah, we got the icon right here. What does this do for us? Will it improve the efficiency of our Forager? Whack-a-mole? Oh, I get what you're saying. So they will stay more full. We'll have more full stalls here if we have the granary producing all of those, because, okay, efficiency. Okay. Let's see, are there any of these other ones, like right here? No stall for you. And one over here as well. None for you. And then we have our... Did our clay furnace ever get built? Yeah. Needs refueling, got some workers. Good there. Okay. Yeah, that actually does make a ton of sense to me. The other question... So we have like our cobbler. Are they going to produce a market stall? And is that okay? You personally like working from the office? You're not home all the time? I think going to the office sometimes is fun. I don't want to go there all the time. I don't go at all right now, but I have legitimately thought about, do I want to have a second place to go? You know, like we have a lot of places where you can go and actually just like set up shop, and I could bring in my laptop and edit from one of these kind of an incubator type spot, but it's tough. You spent free time at the office before? I've only done that when I've really loved my job. Like loved the experience, not loved the job itself, but loved the place I was working at. 2K is probably the only place I wanted to hang out at. Bigger than your apartment and nicer? That makes sense if that's the case. Send shoes to storehouses and have storehouses set up stalls. Well, so we have all this. This is our little row of people. I don't know how to turn them off here. Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. All that stuff I just said, never mind. Now, interestingly, these ones aren't setting up stalls, and I could have set this up before. I can't believe I missed that. That's amazing. Let's see. We're missing tavern supply to level up. What is our malt house doing? We're still struggling with barley. I'm going to try to make sure that we're bringing more of this in. Co-working places can be kind of fun. Yeah. I've met some really cool people at the ones you use, but in your experience, it can be very dependent on the community, you suppose? Yeah. And that's, I guess, I always found, especially like post working from home, I guess I found that going in the office, I got little done because everyone wanted to talk, which is fine. like I liked my coworkers and I wanted to talk with them, and I still I meet up with my editor and we'll talk we'll have at least one meeting per month where we just talk, like in a video call, and we talk every day outside of that. But I find that like it ends up being a socialization period, not a period of getting work done. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Oh, man, we need money. I need to get some of these trade routes purchased so we have dedicated trade routes. You want to do a panel discussion on space efficiency? Yesterday, they talked about work from home effects on office space generally. They said that people come into the office with the main purpose and focus, with more purpose and focus when they choose. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I think the big thing is before COVID, there was this big focus on offices, at least in the jobs that I've had, of being more collaborative spaces. And that really works for some people. But for me, I find that it's really distracting. You end up with like one coworker that just talks all the time. And you might love that coworker, but also love to focus. And I guess I'm the kind of person, and maybe you guys, based on the streams, get this. I'm easily distracted. And it's really hard for me personally to be in that kind of environment. So for me, I would much rather be in a place that's quiet. And when we have all these shared working spaces where, you know, it's lower cubicles, where everyone's packed tighter, where everyone's supposed to collaborate, it just ends up being really challenging to focus on a job. Like, you know, as a planner, writing staff reports or reviewing documents, like I can't do it. So I would have to go and grab gigantic headphones and just like sit like this. And then, you know, at that point, what is the benefit of me being in the office? It's one of those things. You're incredibly temperamental. Some days, incredibly sociable. On other days, you lock yourself in your bedroom with your computer because there's just too much noise. Yeah. And, you know, that's maybe some days you don't necessarily need, you don't necessarily need to be super productive, but when you do, it's just kind of a bummer, just a bummer. Expanding all the living space that we can now. So we're cranking on our population, or at least it felt like we were. It doesn't actually seem like we are. Point you to your office. So I had when I was in Denver, my first job, I got spoiled. I had an office. It was an amazing office. I was working as a consultant, the only time I've ever been a consultant, and I had a view of the Rocky Mountains and an office with a door that closed. And I was doing a lot of GIS, geographic information systems, so a lot of maps, map mapping and data analysis. And sometimes I just needed, especially like I was learning how to do traffic modeling, and I just needed to be able to close the door and not talk to people. And it was great. But every public sector job that I had a little cubicle and at least one coworker that liked to talk to me. And I like to talk to them too. So it meant I got less done and I'd end up working longer. So yeah, didn't like that. Denver, nice. I love Denver. Denver, it was very painful for me to leave Denver. Really, really tough experience. Is this our first level 3? This is. We're about to level up our city. That is wonderful. We're logs short of being able to upgrade this one to level 3. That is a spoiled setup for sure. Yeah, once you have that setup and then you go back to Cubicleville. And the funny thing is, for the company that I was working at, I flew out to their Seattle office and I did some work there, and they had their setup was, it wasn't even full cubicles. Everyone was sitting on these like yoga balls around computers, and there were no dividers. And the entire time I was there, I was like, I don't know how people can do this. Oh my goodness. Did you guys ever notice this detail? You can see the water running down the tiles on this roof. So pretty. So pretty. Phil. What, my charity, my charity. Thank you for being here. Me charity. Yuck. You think this is yuck? I think this is great. You would have enjoyed being that distracting coworker? You know what? I probably would have enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I probably would have been working from home then after work. Are my storehouses full? Probably. We should double check that. Well, they're not full. We don't have workers there. So maybe that's our bigger issue. Let's crank on these workers. This one is full. And for our granary over here, not full, not enough workers. How's this one doing? Needs more workers here too. Okay, chat, don't let me forget about this. I want to add at least 3 more workers to this granary. And we need to build a lot very quickly, I think. I think that's ultimately where we're at. Upgrading so that we can pay the taxes and cranking. Red and yellow icons on the top. Not anymore. Now, are you talking about these? Exposed goods. Do we just need to build? Oh. 3 rocks. I'm not worried about the 3 rocks over here. That's what they're upset about. Workplace is empty. Work area is empty. No idea what they're talking about there either. The berries are growing back, I guess. Maybe that's part of it. Have there been updates to Manor Lords lately? There were a flurry of updates. And now my understanding is that the developer is taking some time off while the entire game is being ported from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5. So I don't know that he's involved with it. Your regional office was closed in 2018 and you've been working from home ever since. Nearest coworkers are 1,000 miles away. That part's tough too. So I'm trying to think. So my nearest coworker, my editor, probably about 1,000 miles away, maybe 1,200 miles away. Long ways. One of the reasons that I would love to get the TwitchCon is I really want to get my editor to come with and kind of film the event, and I just kind of want to hang out with him. It is a bummer, that part of it all. You work for the US, but you live in Europe. You're not seeing any of your coworkers anytime soon. No, you're not. Add the herb garden to the forager's hut so they can produce medicine while the berries are gone. I did not know that they could do that. We've got a stack of cash now, so we'll do that. You think this game is for people who really love micromanaging systems? I don't necessarily think that I mean, you can be super efficient. Absolutely. But also, you don't have to be. I do want to go through this, though, to make sure that we don't have any market stalls that we don't need anymore. Let's just double check. I think we have some of these that are from... I wonder, would it just make more sense to blow the market up and start fresh? Or maybe just going through is fine. Your whole team works in Canada while you're in the US. So that's one of the interesting things about being a creator is you end up working with people from all around the world and never meeting them. Some people, I don't even know their real names. You end up just like talking on Discord. And it's super weird. So I can empathize a bit there. Hey, Phil in chat. Never played Manor Lords. What's it like? It's a lot of fun. Manor Lords, if you liked Banished or games similar to that, you'll probably really like this game. We have this. That's a problem. We had a charcoal kiln producing stalls as well. So yeah, if you like that game, you'll probably like this one as well. You have to math it out. Market stalls can hold 50 goods each. So for every burgage, you need to have proportionate market pulse space. Oh, a market stall space. That's, yeah. Okay. So my goal for the next one. Do we need to bust open Excel to figure this out? That's the real question. Because you can see we are too far away from some of these. I don't want this to turn into that, but it might. It's a great game. You haven't played it since the last big update, but it was excellent right out of the gate. Yeah. You can never get the market to work. So I think part of it is what we were just dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question, chat. I'm gonna start with Twitch. Should I Excel stream for Snack Round? Maybe. Should we just blow this thing up and let it start fresh because we have a bunch of empty stalls? Should we delete market and start fresh? Yes or no? The main reason is I'm not sure that all of these are actually full. So I'll give you 1 minute, Twitch, to vote on that. YouTube, you get the next one. Don't blow it up. You can vote on this. And please vote on it. There's 14 votes right now. In the meantime, Crosszilla, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 3 months. And Most Farah, thank you so much for the Prime 3 months. Appreciate you. Blow up these popsicle stands. It's looking like that's the route that we're going to go. I feel like we're just constantly trying to figure out what's... the thing is, I don't know what happens to the resources. I'm afraid they get stuck here. That's probably the one thing that I'm worried about. Just fill more pop-in storehouses and granaries. It'll sort itself out. We do need to build more. But we also need workers to work them. So I think once we do this, I will add more, and then we'll build another neighborhood. And I think we're just going to kind of start to emanate out and try to keep it as dense as we can. And you guys said to blow it up. You know, the funny thing, the vote was skewed, but I don't know that it really mattered. Here we go. Boom. Gone. Families request market stalls. So pick up your stuff. Go away. You're going to be just fine as long as you guys all pick this up. And I always forget I always forget where this is. Marketplace. There it is. I remember we kind of struggled placing this though. Oh, that looks like it's, wait, so this is 25. That's 26. As soon as the last of this is picked up, then we can put this there. They will stuck there. I don't think so. Because we have workers at our granaries and our storehouse, I think things will get picked up. Although they're full. Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. Okay. Idea. Temporary idea. We'll build a second one of these. I was kind of wondering if we have this little triangle, this awkward triangle in the King's Road. Too weird. Not going to do it. We'll put one over here and then maybe one over here, or maybe even a little bit further away. We'll be building a neighborhood over here soon. So we'll go I don't want it to be that large because I want to have multiple markets. So maybe something like this over here, and then we'll add another one right here. My only fear is if that marketplace gets full, this one won't get filled up. If that one doesn't get full, this one won't get filled up, and then we'll end up in a spot where all these buildings are complaining. We'll have to see. We might need that might be temporary as well. We'll have to see. Each neighborhood only needs one stall of each type. So you're saying I should. So you're okay. I see what you're saying. We'll get rid of that. That's temporary. You're saying make a smaller stall. So what we need to do is kind of count the number of homes and make sure that each home has one stall of each type available at a minimum. So is what you're saying more but smaller marketplaces? So if we would have went for something like this, half the size of this, that's better than something very large. Limit the stalls to one per commodity. I think the only way that I could do that would be to make them all very small. So, okay. Once the last few resources get picked up here, check the tannery. Oh, good point. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to blow that one up anyway. I'll do 2 smaller markets and we'll see how that goes. Enjoy the stream. Well, thank you for being here. If you head out, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna make this half the size we did before. It'll look weird, but hopefully it accomplishes what you guys were mentioning. So that's 18 instead of the 26, and then I'm gonna blow this one up because I think that this one will not get. Actually, wait, it is getting filled in, so maybe it's not a huge deal. Yes, that's good. 2 stalls for each type of resource. Clothing storehouse is good enough for 50 burgage plots. Okay. And we currently have 77. So this will be kind of our second set of burgage plots. And hopefully it allows us to start leveling some of these up. Okay. I feel good about that. I feel good about that. It'd be nice to see a range. It would be nice to see the range that your market is covering. That would be very helpful. Because right now I can't really, it's really difficult to tell. It's incredibly difficult. One thing I should check, even if you set a building not to open stalls, sometimes the workers will be stuck with a stall and their stall icon will be, okay, fire and rehire them. Here's a good test of that. Right here, that was one. The tannery. You're right. You are right. Thank you. Thank you. I think that might have been the only one, but still, that was 2 stalls. Hunting camp, good there. Market range is infinite. So that kind of reminds me of Timberborn a little bit. Now, the range for your beavers is infinite, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have more of them. More districts in Timberborn. And I think in this game, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have more market stalls. Only granaries and storehouses should be market stalls, and markets should only have enough stalls to sell each commodity type. Each stall can serve like 10 to 20 plots. Probably often those numbers. Having less stalls means more families actually working instead of selling goods. No one is producing. Huh. So you're suggesting very small neighborhoods with a market. Okay, I want to test your theory. Let's make a little neighborhood that's kind of self-contained over here. And this will be where our market is. And then we'll build homes all the way around it. $25. That's way more than I wanted. We'll give that another try. I want to have like 10 stalls here. Better respect the topography. You better believe that we're respecting the topography. For a little circle road, we're following it perfectly. So, okay. There we go. So this is 12. I feel like that should give us a little bit of everything. Eyeballing this game, waiting for some of my videos to decide. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe Manor Lords is like 25% off right now because of the Steam Summer Sale. If you've been on the fence, this is probably as good a time as any to pick it up. But it's also on Game Pass. So, I mean, that is a valid way of picking up the game. So, okay, we have to have storehouses over here, so we'll build those first. So a granary and a storehouse. We'll build those right at the start. So wait, that was a granary. Here's our storehouse. Just plow the road straight up the hill. I love it. You want to talk about respecting the topography? They're walking. They can hoof it. They'll reasonably. It's gonna flood right here. That's amazing. You have all your goods in what will be a pond. This is the medieval building at its finest. You just look 25% off on Steam. Yeah, so it is a good time if you're interested in this game at all to get it because of that. Steam all the way for you. Yeah, no one said that this is smart. I just said it's what we're doing. We'll also make this is medieval planning at its finest. We have a bullseye. I'm sure that's exactly what they designed their cities like. Need a church and a tavern? That's true. That's true. In fact, why don't we I'll add the tavern on one end of our market and the church on the other. So it'll be very dense in between. And then we'll kind of emanate out from there. Yeah, I kind of dig it, honestly. Maybe you guys don't. I don't know. But I kind of like it. Yeah, we'll need a second church for over here. But we're basically making a little self-contained village to test out the market stalls. So this is This is a tiny little market area. This has, I believe it's what, 12? Yeah, 12 stall locations. So we're gonna make sure that we've got a tavern, make sure that we've got a church. We'll get those upgraded right away. And then hopefully, once we get these upgraded, we can get more market stalls going. So I'm just gonna completely deck these out. We're out of workers there, so that's great. We need this to completely fill up before that one's gonna fill up. So that's good. We're gonna probably need more markets and more granaries. The economy patch did a lot of great work. You think they still have some work to do, but it's moving in the right direction. I think for me, and I'm not sure if you guys feel this way, going back to City Skylines 2, it restored a lot of faith for me in what the game's vision is, because it kind of felt like it was a little bit all over the place before, and like some things were not being contemplated at all. So it feels like that part's getting figured out. I just thought about something. I didn't realize you could turn off market stalls at the granary and the storehouse. So back to micromanaging. We selected the goods that we're storing here. And the way I tried to do it is basically things that we are importing. Oh, actually, we still need these. Never mind. So we still need to sell some of our own goods at the market, even though we're trading them away. So I won't dive that much into the crazy. The idea was basically that maybe we would not have market stalls set up for things that we were exporting, but that doesn't make sense either. So remember when I did that one temple with the merchants? I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Is there fighting in this game? There is. We don't have it enabled right now, though. The main reason for that is we're focusing on the building. I left it up to you guys, actually. And the overwhelming majority of people wanted to not fight this time around, which is probably a wise call as we're sitting here building burgage plots. But actually, I don't like that. We're gonna go back to the drawing board. Yeah. So this is the one part that I don't love about the system all the time. It will sometimes kind of give you wacky layouts. And I don't want to, for instance, conform to that little triangle right there. And I can't do what I want to do. It's fine. I think maybe I can make this work. I don't know. I just don't want it wrapping around. I don't want a home in front of the church. I know aesthetics are not what we're going for right now. I just don't want it. Please help. Is it possible on today's Twitch recording, spend a few minutes telling us my top 5 games and the ongoing Steam Summer Sale? You're looking to buy City Skylines 2 with a little 10% off they got going. Should you get the ultimate or standard version? Oh man, I have not thought about that at all, that question. I mean, I think in theory ultimate's a better deal, but I know a lot of people who bought ultimate that feel really burned right now. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, first of all, for the Steam Summer Sale, I think my favorite games, I think Manor Lords would be one that I would pick up if I didn't have it already. Workers and Resources, like I'm gonna skew heavy towards city builders personally. What are you guys' like? What are your feelings? I'm curious, chat. You guys, tell me what you think. Love the content, Phil. Thanks for being a consistent source of good vibes. Hey, happy to do that. Happy to attempt to be a positive, give positive vibes. You thought about buying Manor Lords? Can you actually build up to a city? Everything makes it look like you get to a point and this is kind of it. I mean, it's medieval. So, I mean, what do you define as a city? You're not going to get skyscrapers in Manor Lords. But you can, I mean, you can build a cool little village. I mean, and there's some people, I mean, there's been a lot of games like Townscaper that have come up with that. That's all that people want to do is build a cool little village. So you can definitely do that here. You picked up Civ 5 for the $10 bundle. Oh, I'm realizing now I'm having issues with my chat. Give me just 1 second. I'm not seeing Twitch. That's not good. Like, wow, no one's saying a word. No, I'm just not seeing it. You can get CS1 for $9. That's a good point. So if you don't have City Skylines 1 or you're missing things from City Skylines 1, this is like the golden age to do that. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm making sure I can see Twitch. Sweet. That is a no-go. I have one other option. Humankind. I haven't tried Humankind. Thana, you're a standard CS1 or CS2 purchaser. You still feel kind of burned? Yeah, I mean, there are people who feel that way too. So back to that ultimate versus regular City Skylines 2 question. If, I guess just know that if you get ultimate, you're buying DLC that isn't going to come out this year. And that is kind of a bummer. That was just ran a test. YouTube's not working for this one. This is wonderful. I'm having all sorts of chat issues, so bear with me for 1 second, chat. I apologize. I think I can fix it, but I need like 2 seconds. I was using Restream for chat, and then I've used Castro Labs caffeinated, and this is basically so I can combine the chats on my end. Restream's irritating to use, but I'm not paying for it, so I really probably should be fine with it. Caster Labs is made by streamers, and it's also free, and it fails. So let you know when chat's fixed. Let's see. YouTube, can you see me? You can. Okay, we're good. All right, now we're good. One more thing. Okay, YouTube says that they can see me. That makes me very happy. One of the guides you found, the markets can be linked directly to... Yeah, Travis, if you can, send me that video on the markets. I'm not going to play it on stream, but we can definitely drop a link to everybody. I would love much more control over markets. I would love to be able to say that, like, I feel like in Banished, you could give everything a priority. And I would love to be able to say that this market stall and getting these particular stalls here is my priority. I can't do that right now. That's probably one of my bigger frustrations in the game, is I just can't, I don't have that level of control. Are we running out of everything right now? Kind of feels like we might be. We've got food, we got fuel. Oh, we have a strange view up here. It's cool to see them do a building. Nice. Yeah. The buildings are super cool to watch them build. We got to upgrade this right away. add our extra homes here. What are my other recommendations outside of Manor Lords based in the sale? Check out Workers and Resources. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't play. I mean, I play Civ, Manor Lords, random other city builders, and City Skylines. I mean, just bluntly. And I also play, the other games I play are not on PC. So I've been playing, I mean, I play Minecraft with my kids. And I also play, I've been playing Animal Crossing. Most of the games I play that aren't games that you guys see are on my Switch. So yeah, it's a little tough. So I'm interested in what you guys have to say about that. Thank you for your response. I know, not the greatest response. Manor Lords does not have a full tech tree right now. Manor Lords tech tree is basically the same. What they've been focusing on is fixing some of the mechanics around fighting. So for a while there, archers were just utterly worthless. They were causing no damage. So that's been fixed. And they've fixed the trading post, which you can feel now, which has been really nice. But short of that, like they haven't been adding that stuff yet. They've also added, yeah, I have Helldivers. I do have Helldivers too. I haven't played it yet, but I have it. They've also added the King's Tax, which has been something that it's been going on in the background. We haven't really been doing much with it. Do you get all the stuff that they release for free if you buy the ultimate one for cities? Well, yeah, you do get all the stuff that they've released, but at this point, it's really a couple of radio stations that you get. I think some people like the radio stations, which is fine. But I guess know you are paying for like the Ports and Harbors DLC, and that's not going to come out for a minute. There will be some content creator packs that I think are going to come out soonish. But yeah, I don't know when that's going to be. And that'll probably be the only content that you get this year. And also know that we have the region packs that are still like, they hype these things up and then they just stop talking about them. But I assume that once assets come out, that'll be coming for that as well. So I think basically what I'm saying is if you buy Ultimate, you will get the content. It will be cheaper. Just know you have to love radio stations, and who knows when you actually get your content delivered. Critter packs are Q3, maybe Q4, yeah. You love to play Helldivers with me? I need to actually, I mean, maybe I'll just do it on Twitch one of these days, and we'll just see how it goes. I wouldn't do that on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Yimmy, you wish that there were more assets? Me too. I think the service buildings are my biggest. I think the service buildings are super sad. They're the scales off for most communities. Hola, Schiff. Thank you for being here. Travis. Hold on. You know what? I've got another solution. Wait. Travis, you are a subscriber. Drop it in City Hall. Go into City Hall. That's, if you drop it in there, I will see it. So at me in City Hall. That'll be the best way to do it. So, yeah. What about agricultural machinery? Anyone excited for Farming Simulator 25 announcement? I've never actually played Farming Simulator. I've thought about, like, so I've been given keys. So here's something random about content creation. I get random keys to games all the time, like literally every day. And most of the time, I don't do anything with them because I just don't have the bandwidth for all of the games that get sent my way. A lot of these different simulators I have had them sent to me, and I wonder if I should try some other stuff out. Farming simulator being one of them. Bus management simulator is one that I got recently. Supermarket simulator. I just don't know how much anyone wants to see that stuff. I should do a farm sim series. I feel like I need to get my brother-in-law involved. He is a farmer. So I would, if I didn't get him involved, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to it. Vainglorious, good to see you here, buddy. Always good to see you. Too steep. Disrespecting the topography and paying the price. How are you doing today, Vainglorious? Oh, I just hate that so much. Maybe this will just be a pretty area where we do pretty things. Nothing's gonna work right there. It's unless I do something crazy. Or hold on. Too small. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, we will sneak some homes in here. Oh. Kills me. We will not sneak any homes in here. Royal tax. Again, the black box. Dual plots are more efficient. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But this is what I get for building in this little donut basin here. A whole bunch of failure. We're just going to leave that spot. I'll figure that one out down the line. Hi, Phil and Shaq. Great timing. I just got back from a convention, graduated medical school. Let's go. Hey, congratulations, Ellie. That is amazing. What's the next step? What is your game plan after that? I feel like everyone's probably asking you that question. Now I'm going to do the same thing and feel bad, but I'm doing it anyway. Topography, Phil. Topography. I know. You're having a hard time finding City Hall. Not sure what you're looking for. So it's... Hold on. Actually, I don't have Discord open. I should. So Travis, City Hall, it should be one of the top things. As long as your Twitch is linked to your Discord, you should be able to find me. Add me as a friend, Travis. Or can I make you a temporary... I know how to ban you, but I don't know how to allow you to post a link. That shows you... Oh, we were talking about me being a pro streamer earlier. That's how pro I am. I can warn you. Oh, wait. Permit user? I don't know what that means either. I'm going to do some bad things. You have permission for okay. I don't know who did that. But I have 60 seconds to post a link. Hurry up. Maybe I did that inadvertently. You will not get timed out for 60 seconds. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying my best. I'm a bad streamer. You have a setting on Twitch that filters it. Okay. I'm failing. It still deletes the links. I'm sorry. Add me as a friend, and I'll add you back. And that's probably the best way to do it. Otherwise, we're not linked. It sounds like you're not linked from your Twitch to your Discord, and that's why you can't see City Hall. So, huge bummer. I desperately want to see it though. Otherwise, just give me the name of the video in the chat, and that's good enough as well. We'll figure it out. I do want to know if there are any tips on how to be more efficient. I want to know what we can do. You've been empowered to post a link. No, you've been empowered to think you can post a link. That is the power that I know how to give. I know how to lie. That is apparently the only skill that I have. It is amazing to me. Yeah, Yimmy, you are 30 seconds behind. You're also viewing in 4K, so You take the good with the bad. How did I make my background? You mean in OBS? My background is actually, it's actually, you're seeing with a Gaussian blur the game, and then I just overlaid the game on top of the game. So yeah, that is okay. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Timberborn update 6 with wonders. Is that what I'm supposed to be seeing? I'm very curious about that now. I thought I saw Biffa post something about that. I thought we were talking about the marketplaces, the most efficient marketplaces here. There we go. Finally. Not facing the right way, but I think we'll just take whatever we can get at this point. No, we won't. We can't take what we can get. You sent that. Okay, I see that. Timberborn update 6 is great. You already recorded videos for it and a lot, Vanglorious. So what is Timberborn update 6 at? And speaking of Timberborn update 6, quickly, that would be another thing. If it's on sale in the store, get that one as well. This is going to look really stupid, guys, because we disrespected the topography, but we'll just... No, I can't do it. I can't do something that's going to look that bad. We're going to forget it. We're not going to. I'm so conflicted right now. I feel terrible about what I'm doing. There. We'll leave the hillside. Okay, I'll take a look at the Timberborn update 6 thing after the stream. I'm excited about that. Overhangs in Timberborn vanilla. Ooh, what else does it add? The biggest thing is 3D water. Ooh. You're waiting for the topography mob to show up at my house someday and break it and break my kneecaps over disrespecting them. It's probably coming. Overhauls the water system, wonders, new sluice gates, overhangs, customized tails. Oh my goodness. Oh, I might need to revisit Timberborn. Guys, I got so many videos that I want to make right now. It's the weirdest spot for me as a creator. There were times where I was really struggling for video ideas. And this is not one of those times. I feel like there are a million videos that I want to create. And my real limitation is my ability to actually make all of them. It stinks. I wish that I could let go of editing a little bit more. I feel like if I were to do that, I could make more videos. But I end up, when I say don't let perfect be the enemy of good with editing, I definitely do. Just stream more. You know, that is an option. This is the first week that I've streamed twice during the day ever. I think my problem is I have a difficult time cutting off a stream. I just keep it going. My editing's on point. I appreciate that. I spend as much time, actually way more time editing at this point than recording. And with my editor also doing the same thing. It's a lot, but I personally really like editing. And I feel like it's where a lot of people make City Skylines content. I can make my City Skylines content, and that's all because of the editing. I feel like that's what makes it different. This is the CPP Golden Age. A lot of people say it ended. So, and it ended with Verde Beach. So you might be in the minority of feeling that way. I thought you had a team working at Light Industrial and Magic editing my videos 24/7. That's what I need. It's just me and my editor toiling away. And really collaborating a lot about it, which has been amazing. My editor's Okay. Here's why you come to stream. Deep Dark Secret, the last City Skylines 2 video, the one that came out today, I recorded it twice. The first time I thought the video was a mess, and I gave it to my editor and I said, hey, you try to work on this mess. I'm gonna re-record, and then I'm gonna start to edit that one, and then we'll see whose mess is better. And he eventually reached out to me and he was like, I've got a 50-minute video so far, and I got 50 more minutes left of footage. And I said, well, that's great. This one is looking like it's gonna be 40 minutes. So just handed it off to him. He switched gears. But that's kind of the thing. That's the kind of, when I say that, like, I need to let go, I really struggle, and I end up doing stuff like that maybe isn't wonderful from a sanity perspective for me, but I think it makes for a better video. I don't know. I'm probably crazy. And my editor is Phil's daughter. I told my kids, I was like, someday, if you want a summer job, that'd be a super cool summer job. You could learn how to edit with me. And they both laughed. Not at all interested. Then again, they're very young. Maybe someday it'll be really cool. Never know. Definitely crazy, but that's okay with us. I appreciate that. Yes, the intern. But I believe in paid internships, so I feel like it's a good deal. Aren't we all at least a little crazy? I firmly believe that. And people who aren't crazy, I don't trust them. So that's my personal perspective anyway. If you don't have a little bit of crazy in you, it's what's wrong. Or maybe you're not that interesting if you don't have a little bit of crazy in you. You know what? This little city, I feel like it's going to be significantly more dense. This little circle city than our last one. If only it had a market stall so we could upgrade things. You're not crazy? Azo? I bet you're crazier than you think you are. The craziest thing you can say is, I'm not crazy. The big thing is owning you're crazy and not letting it take over. Why is it allowing that, but not this? Not like, okay, we'll roll with it. It's fine. We're just cranking on population, so. You're crazy if you pretend that you're normal? True. Facts. We went to school ostensibly to become an editor, so it's still a portion of what you do, but you fell in love with animation and motion design. Editing drives you nuts if you do it too much. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Editing it can be very tedious. Especially if you are a perfectionist. Like, I think that the thing about editing is finding that sweet spot where you don't drive yourself crazy. And I don't know that I've ever found that spot. Oh my goodness. So many homes. All of them have accessory dwelling units. This is going to be amazing. I'm super pumped about this. All right, you linked your Discord and your Twitch. You don't know why you've never done that. City Hall is a Discord channel. So it is on Discord. So if you've linked them together, eventually there is a bot that should come through and let you into City Hall. And it is much smaller. It's like the first place I check. I'm in there basically every day. Like going into general chat, I don't do as much anymore. First Necron, I see your thing. I'm gonna need to check that out. Okay. That's a later on thing. You're back with a food coma. You had a big kebab. Oh, it's gonna make me hungry. I'm gonna have to go and get some. That sounds awesome. I should get some Greek tonight. It's been a while. There's only 2 good Greek restaurants. The one I used to go to is gone. I could get some kebabs. That sounds delicious. It's not even lunch yet. Yeah, I all I've had so far, I had a breakfast bar. My wife gets these like peanut butter breakfast bars, and they're fine. They don't feel like real food, but they're fine. That's what I've had, and lots of coffee. It's beer o'clock in Germany. Enjoy. A kebab and a beer. It sounds wonderful. I don't know that my wife would be impressed if I were drinking beer at noon, but you know. Do I ever get pizza at Glass Nickel? At the Glass Nickel? Oh yeah, I love Glass Nickel. I go to. So my favorite places are Glass Nickel's one of them. I also like Ian's, and I think the best pizza, at least in Madison, is Buck's, which is like the tiniest place. Ian's is the best, yeah. Ian's is outstanding, especially I like the one at the Garver Feed Mill. It's awesome. What time zone? I'm in Central Time, so same as Chicago, here in the U.S. Don't disclose your favorite places to go with your family. Yeah, it's true. Well, I don't frequent those places, and the places I frequent are pretty boring. I wouldn't disclose those ones. How do I feel about the Packers this season? It's going to be a good year. I'm just nervous about how big Jordan Love's contract is going to be. You think the oxen are the bottleneck? Okay. Okay, hold on. If they are, we need a livestock trade. Well, do we need a livestock movement? I don't think we actually do. Where is this? Completely forgetting where this is. If that's the case, oh yeah, no, not the trading post. I want the hitching post, and it's just completely escaping me at this point. Oh, right here. Yeah, I'll build another one of these then. That's fine. That's one of the few things we haven't built in this community. I wonder, can I sneak it right here? I can. This is why we have this gap here, obviously. Visiting a Microsoft conference in Chicago, going to be cold in November, you guess? It is hit or miss. So November, it could be 70. November, it could also be snowing. I mean, a good example of that, Halloween. I want to say that maybe it was a year ago. Maybe it's last year. We were out in shorts and t-shirts on Halloween. The year before that, it was snowing. So Midwest is crazy. Travis, thank you. We got it. We got it. I see it. Thank you. Water, please. I don't have water. I have coffee. Oh, water. Yes. Do we actually have? Do we have water over here? We do. I'll sneak that off in the corner over here. Thank you for the reminder. I completely forgot about that. So that should be everything that we need over here. Once we have enough people to load up and start to fill in this marketplace. How's this one over here doing? Is it okay? So we got 4 free stalls here. I'm wondering, I'll load all of these up to make sure that at our granaries and our storehouses, we have a full slate of employees. These ones are full too. Why are they not setting up stalls in this one? That is bizarre. Unassigned, reassign. Oh, there's not enough goods here. That's the real issue. I think anyway. Or I guess I would assume. What do you guys think? Why do we not have more stalls at this granary? Oh, you don't know how to translate that to Celsius for anybody outside of the US? I'm sorry. So it's either going to be room temperature or at freezing in November in Chicago. Or anywhere in between. It's crazy. No demand for stalls? That doesn't make any sense. Because we still have it. Okay. Okay, fair enough. We are still building new stalls. I wonder if we can upgrade anything over here. Also, add a worker at this tavern to sell some beer. None of these are going to be able to upgrade anyway right now until we... Let's see, level 3. We can start to upgrade some of these to level 3. So increasing our density even more. Remember, 6 stalls for every 50 burgage plots. Okay. First of all, where did you get that number? And I'm going to write that down. Okay. So if that is the number, I think we're probably okay over here, but I'll make a spreadsheet for the next one. I'll make a spreadsheet and we'll get it figured out. I can also relocate stalls between the markets. Wait, what? Wait, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I had no idea that was possible. Are you kidding me? So I can, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had no idea that you could do that. That is wild. Wild. Okay, I think I think I moved one that is abandoned. Oh my goodness. You just gave me so much control. Yeah. Knowing is half the battle. It is. Oh my goodness. That legitimately just changed the game for me. Because I thought this was all super random. You're making me want to do another Manor series. Because this is amazing. Okay. So now that we know that, we need fuel, 2 food stalls, and a clothing supply stall. Although I want to say that this one is empty. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Travis, you posted another video. I'll have to take a look at that one too. Okay. Well, this one it said it was abandoned, so I think I probably shouldn't have taken this one. So I will get rid of this one, but we're going to move some good ones. Those are only 2, but they've helped you so much. Good thing I didn't demolish this. It actually worked. Yeah, that's super helpful. I will definitely take a look at those. You're sure that I've answered this before, but your ADA brain has to know what's my favorite of the master planned music tracks. Oh, it changes. I think right now it's probably this one. Chuckle Shuffle. Probably my favorite one. Anyone notice how slow City Skylines 2 income really is? Adjust your tax rates. Wash Dragon, what is your tax rate at? One thing that I've noticed is if your tax rates are too low. Or too high, rather. Getting money is painful. Okay. Also, I don't know that I was super efficient with this. Maybe it doesn't matter. So we've got our firewood. We've got our food. We also need one more food, 1 clothing. Empty food. There's our clothing. We'll relocate this one. Oh my goodness, you guys. Can I just express how amazing this is? I cannot believe that I didn't know how to do this. 12% on all. Yeah, 12% max. I've even noticed though that if you can go a little bit lower, it'll juice your demand. It's really kind of a game of lemonade stand at this point, which I kind of like. I don't mind that. Clothing, clothing, clothing. Empty food, clothing. Well, that's fascinating. These are all clothing stalls, basically. One more food stall, though. There we go. I'm doing a much uglier job of placing these, so that's a thing. Another ox for this. There we go. And now hopefully we'll get these things filling in soon. You've beaten this game on the hardest difficulty several times. You pick up a few tricks along the way. I could see that. I could see that. That's the thing, is I have not played this much since it came out. Like after recording my series, I kind of moved on. Requirements not met. What is the requirement that I'm not meeting? I think we have everything, including the money. No idea. Do you guys see anything, chat? I don't see why they're upset, why they won't let me upgrade this. Oh, I had to click away. Okay, these are all upgrading to 3 now. So our population's really starting to jump. Close the window, reopen. Yeah. It all comes down to money at this point. We're doing so much trading. How was work? Strayan. Reminder, use tab. Ah, yes. The best reminder, the one I always forget about. Needs beer. I wonder how many workers we have at our malt house. First of all, where is our malt house? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Look at this. This is all money. All money. We need this money. Oh my goodness, this is... I finally feel like we're at the spot. So I think the ox was part of it. Getting the 2 oxen, that did a lot for us. But the other thing is just once you hit that stride, you can just start cranking and flying. So I think our population, we started at like 120 something. I have a feeling. So we're going to go until 1. So for me, that's one my time, which is about another hour. And I want to see if we can get this to 500. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic there, but I feel like with the knowledge that we now have, it should be possible. Stressful? This is stressful? I'm not stressed. I feel like we're on autopilot now. I feel like we need more. What stocks are being in the marketplace? And our generic storage is full at our logging camp. So maybe we can crank on this a bit more. Food. We're actually starting to run low on food. We will slow things down. I think I'm going too fast. Probably have enough to start building an army. No need to. No army this time. Work was stressful. I'm sorry to hear that. At least it's Friday. Hopefully you don't have to work this weekend and you get a bit of a reprieve. We're gonna take just gonna slow down for a second. So I believe that we're importing flour. I just want to kind of go through a couple of different things. So there's the flour. We're only importing up to 100. I'll make it even higher. I wonder though at this point, it's not like we have a ton of money. I guess part of me wanted to start importing just food. So importing eggs and different things like that. I don't know if it makes a ton of sense. The one thing I do think that we could do, we're exporting charcoal, or we could be. We have a ton of firewood. If we had another worker here, we could be producing even more. I want to speed it up until we can open up that trade route. And I think that's maybe our next step, is we could start cranking on firewood to earn money to trade more. We are selling, so we are producing basically everything that we're producing with our iron and our deep mine. We are turning that into, we're turning it into weapons. The question is, do we need to produce even more? So let's see. We have a lot of iron slabs, so we could be producing even more weapons. We have a lot of iron ore, so we could be, if we had another bloomery, we could be producing more iron slabs to produce more weapons. I think what I'm going to do is attempt to produce more weapons. Because the weapons, I mean, our primary source of income at this point is weapons. So we have our blacksmith workshops, and we're taking these and we're making the weapons, and then we're immediately exporting them because there's no war in this game. So that is money. That is our food. I see that now we have enough to open up that other trade route. So yeah. Hold on. Weekend is always free time. The last work day of the month. You have a major software change over the weekend, so a lot to do. Oh, that does sound terrible. I hopefully you get some time off after that then, because that sounds incredibly stressful. Okay. Trying to think of where I want to go from this. We want to unlock this trade route for charcoal, and then we will export. I think we want to have a decent amount stored, so we'll say anything above 200 we'll export. Okay, that'll help. I think we have a little bit of money. I am going to import some food too. So we'll say that we want to have at least 200 eggs on hand. Okay, we are opening up one other thing, chat. We're opening up trading posts. We're using the trading post to open up stalls. Is that a bad idea? Should we turn this off here as well? Yeah, we're gonna make another kiln. That's next up. Now that we have that trading route, we added another employee there. Turn it off. Only okay. I'm gonna trust you guys. Now we're gonna crank again. Okay, another kiln. This one, I think we'll keep it in this general area. And let's see, are there any homes that we can upgrade, add additional workers, or do we have to build more? Couple more, not many. Wood is our limitation. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that we are running out of wood. Even with only one woodcutter's lodge, we're just cranking through it. This is, I think we're running into our, I don't know what's going on. There's a bottleneck somewhere because we've got wood here at our logging camp. It's not getting pulled out of here. Or it is? I don't know what's going on. This is bizarre. So I guess I would have thought that our logging camp is suffering. Do we just need a second one? I mean, it's not getting... Export shoes. You can sell anything over 10 shoes. Huh. Okay. We'll look at that. I don't know if that's going to happen. We got to figure this one out though. I have no idea. Do you guys have any idea why? It looks like our log storage is overfilled. Overflowing. Our storehouse over here. I would have thought that the storehouse was the problem. And maybe, oh, wait. It is. Hold on. So we have a large storehouse over here. This is all of the stuff that we actually keep here, that we produce here. There's a few things that we don't actually produce here, but it's... What are we doing? Something is off here at the storehouses. I think I'm going to allow... firewood here. I bet you that is part of our bottleneck. I'm trading logs? No, I'm not trading logs. I don't even think you can trade logs. Yeah, logs are one of the few things that you cannot trade. You can trade planks, and we're doing that. And maybe at this point we shouldn't be. We'll say no to that. I bet you it's the firewood. I'm going to pause the woodcutter's lodge or the firewood production for now. I think we've got way too much firewood. And as a result, that's clogging everything up. I'm not 100% sure though. I don't know what's going on. I'm trading logs. How am I trading logs? I don't know. I didn't know that that was I didn't know that that was possible. Planks. Hold on. We'll go through all of these. You can't trade timber. Yeah, I'm trading firewood, or I could be trading firewood. But that's the one thing that you can't trade. Logs. I wish you could, but you can't. Yeah, firewood cuts down trees. They don't use logs. So there's some bottleneck somewhere else in the system, and this is just finally. Now I'm gonna rush this other kiln. And I think that we're getting backed up with all of our firewood. I think that's what's causing some of the issues. Now, as soon as I paused all the work happening here at our woodcutter's lodge, things appear to be working correctly again. I can build another timber yard, leave it empty of workers. It'll be used for storage. I really hope that we get some type of lumber storage at some point. That feels, I don't like that. Can I prioritize? That's a good idea, actually. I didn't think to permanently assign a livestock here. That could really be helpful. Ox for timber. Yeah, we just got it. So hopefully that solves it, and that'll get things taken for building much faster too. Then, have I played Coral Island? I have not. That's on Game Pass though, right? We increased our... All right, that's great. We got another development point. We'll have to take a look at what that actually gets us. That, it seems like that has unlocked things for us. So thank you, chat. That was really helpful. Army of Foragers, Flower Power. That might not be a terrible idea once we have more people, because we do have a large deposit. Although it's August, so not helpful right now. Sounds like I need more oxen. Potentially. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's crank on these things. I'm going to add one more over here and one more over here, and we'll get those upgraded. I think that is one of those things. I don't know why I'm always reluctant to build additional hitching posts and buy more oxen, but they're just so valuable. They end up being your biggest bottleneck. Get a horse for trade. They can only carry 50 goods. I thought that we had one here. I don't know that it's permanently assigned here though. I'll assign one ox here, and then for each of these, I'll upgrade both of these. I'll get one ox and one horse. I can set a lower limit on the buildings, so buildings using wood, so they are not allowed to use wood under X value. I don't think I can. I don't think you can set a limit like that, unfortunately. I have too many iron stuck. Oh, another bloomery. You're right. I think that it's probably a bloomery, because this one, that was when we were looking. We have a ton of iron. So we'll just beef both of those up. And we're going to need some more workers. This one's full. Great. So we'll trade away a whole bunch of that firewood as charcoal, get a whole bunch of money. Let's see. Next. We'll upgrade this right away. And for this one, I'll order the horse and then upgrade it. I should have ordered the ox over here, the horse. We'll do the horse first. Bloomery is done. Here's a question that I guess I'm curious if any of you guys have tested. So at the stable, is there any value in assigning a family? I don't know what that actually does. No stalls. No stalls. I wish that was a default option. That would be really helpful. No stalls. Got it. 2 more workers right there. To Google you go. Travis, I appreciate you. No and yes. Unassigned oxen can be used by any unassigned worker. So if we don't have any unassigned workers, or if we have one. So maybe it would be faster to have workers assigned there, is what you're saying? Do you think that it's assigning a family to the stable means there will always be a dedicated worker, but all of your other workers are assigned? So it could be valuable to get things moved around. Hey, Guy Bud, good to see you here, buddy. Happy Friday. How did your stream go last night? I got an alert on my phone, but it was, but I was busy at the time. Logs and goods will be moved even when there are not builders. Okay. So that might be a nice to have and not a need to have. What are peeps unhappy about? We've leveled up these burgage plots and now they don't have food over here. So we probably need to take a look now that we know we can micromanage these. Empty food stall. Let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. The firewood stall, we'll get rid of that. If there are extra... And these are all firewood. I'll just get rid of some of these firewood stalls and the empty food stalls and relocate some things. That's really what they're unhappy about. And then we've got our little kind of store of stalls. Just relocate this one over here. Ah, shoot. If you assign families there, it means those families will be in charge of dragging the logs around instead of the families, other families having to do it. So this would free up other families so they can concentrate on the regular assignments. Okay. So there is value. All right. Well, if we get enough overhead, then we'll do it. I feel like we're spending a lot of our time we're spending a lot of our extra workforce on all of our granaries and whatnot, which is fine. We have to, but it's definitely a thing. And none of these actually have any food in it. Okay, this one does. So, okay, with these two, hopefully those folks will stop complaining. And of course, I can't fit it in there. Okay, whatever. We'll roll with it. I think it'll work. Loving the Europe friendly streams. My temp name. I've really enjoyed. I enjoy streaming at night, but I feel like I'm mentally sharper during the day. So I've enjoyed it too. Hey, guy, bud. You know, I think we're getting there. Definitely frustrating that it's been this long, but we're getting there. I feel like October is going to be that special time. I really hope that they don't miss console release. That's like, I feel like they're trying to temper expectations, but that's going to be the big thing. Once console's released, I feel like that's when we know that the game's in a good spot. Good afternoon, Travis. Thank you for being here. You're the opposite. Your brain works the best in the evening. Well, so here's the thing. In the evening, I want to drink beer, and I can't drink coffee. I feel like my brain works best on coffee. Oh, look at that. Because I've moved this food stall, all of these people are now unhappy. Frustrating. There's nothing I can do to help them. Can any of these upgrade? Nothing. I think at this point, we are going to blow that extra marketplace that we had up. Royal tax increased. Oh, guys. I really don't want to do this. Oh, my goodness. We are in a really rough spot with our taxes. Apparently, the crown just hates us. I don't know what happens if we don't pay our taxes. But they keep asking for more and more money. I guess. What? Game over? It's garbage. Okay, well, we have to increase our taxes slightly. Although, we won't grow. We won't grow because we'll go under 50%. I'm going to let it go for a little while. We've got to upgrade buildings. I mean, that's ultimately where we're at. But even at that, we've been upgrading. Oh, boy. Oh, this is terrible. No lower taxes. If we lower taxes, we lose. We need to raise the taxes so that we can pay the crown in 80 days. I'm going to see how much we get. Oh, I don't feel good, guys. I don't feel good at all. Manor Lords looks awesome. Haven't played it yet. We'll wait till full launch if you have the patience. If you have Game Pass, you can have it today. Go down to 5. You think I should lower the taxes to 5%? Okay, okay. I need to get my approval over 75. Why? So if I go to 5%, that's still not going to get my approval that high. And then I won't have enough taxes to pay the crown. You got to get 2 families moving in per month instead of 1. Okay. That would be helpful. But how are we going to be able to upgrade all these? Okay. I'm going to slow down. We're going to see if we can upgrade. I mean, ultimately, sure, I see what you're saying. But the only way that works is if we can get all of these level 1 burgage plots upgraded to level 2. You got to get 2 families moving in per month instead of 1. But to be honest, it's not super important if you've got a million families because it takes a long time to upgrade stuff. Yeah. Okay, it looks like we've got a number. We could add a bunch of people over here, but these are still all level 1, which is our problem. So this new city is a problem because it's all level 1 buildings. And for whatever reason, our market is just not doing it. Empty food stall. Food, firewood. We should have everything that we need here. We just don't have any food over here. Then it looks like absolute garbage because of me placing these couple over here manually. Oh. Enact tax policies to increase the treasury. Guys, I'm really stressed about this. And we don't have these. Hold on. What? Okay. Regional wealth from every traveling merchant. That would be really helpful for us. We don't have. And it's not really telling me how to get these ones. A cold beer might help with stress. I think it would. Are these not available? I mean, I can see them there. It seems like they're not available. Otherwise, we do have 1 development point. I don't know how this is going to help us either. I feel very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. They're still locked. Yeah. I feel like we have to raise our taxes. I feel like we have to significantly raise our taxes and just sap our regional wealth. And it's going to be really bad. But if we don't do this, we're going to lose. So, major unhappiness until we have our 500 gold. And then we'll just drop it down. Yeah, CS2 flashbacks. I feel it. I need to steal all of the people's money. All of the money. Get very unhappy. Wait, I'll just go in the negative. That's it? Okay. Hold on. There is a solution to this. Burgage Smalls 2. We're going to save. And I just want to see if you guys are... We'll see if you're right. 5%. We'll make everyone happy. And we're just going to speed. We're going to blast straight through the king. No consequences. Game doesn't end. We're going to... You know what, king? Come and get me. That's what I got to say. If this is the case, then I'm not going to worry about anything. If there are no consequences, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just look at that red number. You know what? If there are no consequences, I will put something over the red number in OBS so you guys can't see it. And we'll just keep going. I will hide it. It would be fun if the king sent its army. I just won't be able to buy oxen. Eventually the king will send troops. I think the king's a coward and isn't going to do anything. Ox right there. So is the king sending troops an in-game mechanic right now? Or is that like on the roadmap? Because if it's on the roadmap, fine. My lord, you can't say that. If you're in the negative, you can still import. So we are importing from our regional wealth. So I guess the real question is, I mean, that's the treasury. So if we're not taxing, we're not taking from our regional wealth and putting it in our treasury. And the treasury is what gets the royal tax. So I would assume that if the mechanic's not fully implemented yet, we're fine. But we'll see. We're about to find out. We're about to mess around and find out. And we're still adding people. Change the name of the city and the troops will think that they're in the wrong place. Agree. We'll change it from a Z at the end of smalls to an S. That'll get them. Full release, the game will be wild. Can't wait to see how big it'll get. Same here. This game has the potential to just be so incredibly outstanding. Trader is available in 4 days. Can't do anything there yet. So this is government debt. It's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. We're just gonna deficit spend for a while. I'm sure the king's cool with that. Raise the debt ceiling. That's what we're doing. The debt ceiling. Actually, hold on. Let's see. I will raise the debt ceiling right now with. I think I can add just the shape. Actually, here's how I will do it. Hide. We'll grab this. This is how we deficit spend. Now you guys can't see how much we owe the king. We don't owe the king any money. Yes. Are we in the negative in our bank balance? Potentially. You know what? Don't worry about any of that. There we go. Now we're good. You can't see it, therefore it doesn't exist. All right. And we still got people moving in. Everyone loves that we owe the king all this money. We're fine. I'll just put my own face over the top of it. Let's see. Now we should, now that we know the king doesn't matter, or we've made the king not matter, we can spend even more money. It's not there if you can't see it. Those are rules to live by. If you can't see something, then it's not real. Don't worry about it. The real question, why is it not looking at this marketplace and thinking, oh yeah, I have food, I have clothing? It's very strange because there is all of this stuff here in some capacity, and it's not acknowledging any of it. I might blow this up and try again. Oh wait, no. This is why you gotta be patient. I am not patient. And of course, now the first one hits. All the rest of these are upset. That one was happy. When the troops show up, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab this, and I'll just make it even bigger, and then you guys won't see anything at all. Everything will be just fine. We won't worry about it. These aren't, so some of these are empty, but many of these are not. And some of them look crazy. So like right here, we got plenty of clothing. Firewood, food. So they're not empty. I don't know what's going on. But maybe it is a time to go back. We've got a decent amount of money. We'll look at our trading routes and see if we can open up some more things. The burgages are empty. Oh. Well. Well, that would do it. That would do it. Oh, okay. Well, let's continue. Let's continue to try. I think we've got to unlock the roof tiles now that I think about it. But we also need food. I'm going to open up a couple more trade routes to get food here because I think that's still an ongoing issue. And then after that, now that we've lowered taxes, hopefully a bunch of people move in. I'm going to set all of these to import, all the like the super basic and actually even the bread is fairly cheap. I'm just going to import everything and not worry about it. And hopefully we get some good stores in. Hold tab above your houses. You'll see a red 0. That means house is empty. Oh yeah. They're all empty over there. Oh yeah, that everything is empty. So that makes total sense. I'm gonna set 200 for all of these. We have -4 bread. That's perfect. At least 200 here, 200, 200, or 200,000. There. I'd love to have dedicated trade routes for all of these, but I don't think it's in the cards. Here for live for the first time. You're ready for some real-time chill building. Amanda, thank you for being here. We are getting, I hate to say this, we are getting close to the end, but I appreciate you being here. Wait, J-Dubs, what works in the new CS2 economy as well? I'm curious. I missed it. Travis, the market has an infinite radius. It just serves the homes closest to it first. Now, I wonder, knowing that our little village over here is completely empty. That was a whoops. I wonder if we can upgrade some of these to 3 then. Because that would also boost up our population. And it looks like maybe a couple, 1. Good enough. We'll take it. Importing everything and going deep into the negative. Well, we're not overly concerned about going deep in the negative. Not with our regional wealth. The king's upset. The king can be upset. Yeah, my bigger concern is the lack of beer. It seems like beer is a big concern here. And we just never had enough malt. This makes me wonder if there is value in having a... I guess I don't know that having a second trading post... In the early version of the game, if you had 2 trading posts, it didn't really do anything. So I don't know if having a second trading post would do much, short of have more workers available for trading. Wait, did we just win the game? We just won the game. That was not... I didn't mean to win the game. We're not done, for sure. But yes, victory. 4,471 days. Lots of buildings. Lots of empty buildings. Apparently, we killed some enemies. I don't know how that works. But great. No challenges won. None lost. No soldiers. That is wonderful. I'm glad to know that we can just annihilate enemies by existing. I assume that the moment they came to our amazing village, they just had a heart attack, dropped dead, and now we're you know, that's how we win. Okay. Well, what happened? We beat the game. Our village has leveled up. That last level 3 building that I just happened to randomly find and click on was enough for everything to level up. So, interesting, unexpected, and not at all what I thought was going to happen. Easy game. Yeah. I think that this win condition, probably the large town, reaching large town, probably could go a little bit deeper. And I mean, we still have 284 people. It's very tiny. Old Spice distracted you. You must have gotten an ad. That's a good one. Ninja Mittens, thank you so much for the Prime. Lord Rizgas. Lord Razgris, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Ayamaya, thank you so much for the tier 1 unrated. And L, thank you so much for the Prime. Yeah, I have growth set as the victory condition. We did that so that we didn't have to have any armies attacking us, but apparently it's very easy. Our big concern now is that we don't have people moving in, and we're about to run out of food. We have no money too, so I guess we have lots of concerns. We did set these blacksmiths earlier, and I'm not sure that we actually have these set to the best things for us. Without doing a whole bunch of research, we set it up last time. Sidearms, that was because it was 2 and 1. 2 slabs. So sidearms is probably the way to go. Royal tax, enjoy not getting anything from the royal tax. All right, I'm gonna set these blacksmith to sidearms again. I do wonder though, one of the newer mechanics in this game deals with the regional price. Sidearms are still worth a lot, but look at that. Pole arm, or wait. Sidearms are worth 8. We don't know how much pole arms are worth because we don't have them unlocked. And we have a whole bunch of them. This is probably not great. We're gonna buy that, and also, oh shoot, we had enough money to get the 2 things I wanted to get, but now we're out. I'm gonna set that just so we can get rid of all those pole arms. I do have money now; it's gone. Perhaps more trade halls. So another question. I didn't think having more than 1 trading post was helpful. Do you guys know? More logistics headaches. Yeah, that's what I thought. It seemed like when I've had more than 1 trading post, everything just kind of gets bogged down and everything gets really confusing. But Canadian Jet, I'm curious. Travis, you don't think it helps? Low Life Cat, you don't think it helps either? Heavy, you are heavy weapons guy? Your favorite city building YouTuber? I appreciate that. Thank you. So we got rid of, or we're going to get rid of all of these. What does it actually take to make the pole arms? Those are worth the same amount. So once those are gone, we'll discontinue this route. It's probably a big wash for us, but I guess at least we won't have them in storage. There's no way to dump storage, so we're kind of just stuck with them. Yeah, let's see. The pole arms require iron slab and planks. I'd rather just use the iron. I wonder how much tools are worth, because that's the other thing that we could do. Let's see. Tools are... I'm going to unlock it. It's fine. Tools are worth 6. That's actually a better deal. So if we export this 1, so it's 1 iron versus 2. So this is 6 versus 8. Okay, hold on. Pump the brakes. tools, I'm afraid that the market's going to change for these if we overdo it. But yeah, the tools are much more valuable, it looks like. I found that only one trading post becomes a bottleneck eventually. Okay. Export those tools. Yeah. I've got to get it set up. So for the tools, set to export, we've got 200. Wow, we are cranking at these. I don't even know if we really need tools for anything because we're just, I don't think that we do. I'm going to set it to 20, but I don't think that we actually need tools. Now, I thought that the export price was changing over time now, and that's where I'm a little confused, because if it's not, at that point, we might as well just go 100% for tools. Sell shoes if we can. If we have more money, because we do have a cobbler, but we have to get the trade route. So that's 400. It does, but it's better than it was. Yeah, for a while it was wild there. Okay, if it does work a little bit better, I'm gonna set 3 of our blacksmiths to tools and just 1 to the sidearms, just so that we have a little bit more balance. But for bang for our buck, that should be much better. If I buy clay, then send it to the furnaces, and you can turn around and sell it for more. Oh, Ahmed, I like that one. I like that. We actually, I want to say we were trying to import clay. Did we actually do it? We are. We don't have a dedicated trading route. I'm going to pause it and come back into here because we now have enough money for it. Let's get a dedicated route for that. So we'll spend 50 there. Import this. And then you're saying that we can turn around and export this for even more if we have roof tiles. So 440. If we get that amount of money, I will definitely rush towards that. Oh, and the shoes. That's the other one. The shoes. What is the history? You say I saw that the history of shoe production, it's 440 as well. The history of shoe production is crazy. What is it? I'm very curious about that. I should add a second horse here. We can do that. We should do that. Your guys' tools aren't used. They should be, but not anymore. So they are safe to export. Really? Not even for they're not even being used for farms? I figure that the only reason we wouldn't want to use them right now is because we don't have any farms. Then again, you'd imagine that all the stuff we're doing in the mines would need tools. Okay. Money. We got money. Let's sell some shoes. There is our trading route there. So do we need to keep more than like maybe 20 on hand? Oh, those are valuable. We can export those at, wow, we can export those at 8. That's amazing. We need another cobbler. Raid party. Did we just get raided? Thank you so much. Lord Sneakers. How was the stream? Regular Duck. How was the stream? What were you guys streaming? And did you have a good time? Tools are used by families for crafting, but apparently Greg changed this in one of the updates. Interesting. We are playing, for anyone who just raided, we are playing Manor Lords. We are actually at the end of our day too, so you're going to be part of multiple raids. Manor Lords saw we were streaming, so you're here. I will give you guys a quick rundown of what we've been up to, and kind of show you what we've been building. This is going to be a project that probably goes on for a few more streams. Basically, we're trying to make the biggest city ever. Our population goal is 4,558. We spent the first stream just trying to basically level up a community and unlock a couple policies that would let us get our deep mines. So we have unlimited money from here on out that we could use for trading. So we're basically turning all of our iron into tools and sidearms and selling those, and that is how we're paying for our existence. We are producing basically no food, with the exception of this one large burgage plot out here. That is our food. We're importing everything else. We've created a new community out here. This has no people in it, but you know, someday. And then right here, we use this little community right here, which is where basically all of our people are, to beat the game. So apparently we have finished the game. Now we're in overtime trying to get to our population goal. So a lot of balancing. We are trying to make sure that everything is running. So all of our market stalls are running through our storehouses and our granaries, and everything is being imported right now. We've also learned that the royal tax doesn't matter. So we stopped paying the king, and we are no longer taxing our citizens. We're deficit spending. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, the population that we want to get to is absolutely ginormous. It means essentially that we want to get rid of everything on this map and only have, we basically only want to have city. So we'll have to see how that goes. We're also really doing a great job, a number on our wood right here too. I've got enough for a trade right now. Okay. I feel like that might have come a second late. But we can buy another one. Maybe not the roof tiles one. We're going to wait for that one. That'll be the last thing that we do is chat. When we have 480 in our regional wealth, we're going to pause it and get that trading route, because that's going to be an important one for us to make money, because we are just at this point, I think, loading up on roof tiles. Or we should be. Of course, I can't see it. Oh, there it is, 226. So yeah, it would be good to sell. Hey, fan of your Manor Lord series, learned a lot from my videos. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. Heavy, the game was last updated months ago. The last tier list is outdated, and you can't decide what content creators pack to buy. Are you Heavy on YouTube? Are you talking about City Skylines 1 for content creator packs? I mean, there's not really any new ones. So I want to say, if you're looking for a good tier list for content creator packs, I want to say that Overcharged Egg has a good one. I'd say Sports Venues above all else. The best content creator pack. Bad Peanut did a great job. Have I ever played Banished? You very much like the game. It's super old. I was absolutely ridiculously addicted to Banished for a long time. Banished is one of my favorite games. It's an amazing game. Relevant to the game, but sort of, shoemaking became a cottage industry in the mid-18th century, as in manufactured in cottages, which is where the term comes from. Aha! I like that. That is relevant to the game. And we should definitely make more shoes here. Banished is still the GOAT. Have I played Northgard? I've not played Northgard. Is that any good? Bangalore, you agree about Banished? It's an amazing game. Heavy, regarding content creator packs, one last thing. If they're on sale, like just wait till they're on sale and get as many as you can. I mean, they're all excellent. And they directly support, well, I don't know if they still support the creators, but at one point they did. Northgard is more like Majesty or old school Warcraft. Huh. Riley, you've never heard of Banished. Banished is basically Manor Lords, but before there was Manor Lords. So it was an absolutely fantastic game. It is a fantastic game. It's been heavily modded at this point. So it's kind of like City Skylines in in that it's probably, if you've never played it, the very best time to play it. Of course, I'm spending money, by the way, guys. I'm spending money to upgrade these. And the secret is my hard cutoffs is actually 2. So I have a little bit more time. I've got to upgrade a few more of these things. We're just gonna go for it. I will end soon. But if I ever ended when I say I'm gonna end, I never have. The king might have to banish me. Do a banish series. I have so many series that I want to do right now that I just... Banish probably won't happen. If banished happens, it would be on a stream. Oh yeah, king, increase that tax. I'm so afraid. So afraid of what you're gonna do. We're 6 gold short of the roof tiles. Bummer. Probably gonna spend all the money. What time is the stream over? 2 minutes ago. But we have to be able to unlock our roof tile trading. We're not ending before then. And of course, I spent money to upgrade these buildings. So that's when it'll end. Do I still work full time as an urban planner? I do not. There it is. I started to have conflicts between the real world and what I was doing with my job. I mentioned this a while ago in a stream, but basically I didn't tell any of you guys this, but I applied for a very high-ranking job. 2021 or 2022, and I got it, and it was very high profile, and it became increasingly easier to find me. And I started to fear that I was becoming a distraction at my job. One of those ways that I think I was becoming a distraction is we had a public meeting where our Zoom license completely maxed out, which had never happened. And there were people from all over the world that had joined to learn about something very specific to my region. So it was very flattering, but also I think probably not good for my community. So I decided to take a step back. Yeah, it was a weird thing. You thought I was gonna say I applied for it recently? So I actually had one of my old jobs open up. It was probably my job that I liked the most, and I was invited to apply for it. But I would be lying if I didn't say I'm also having an excellent time doing this. And I think that this is going to open up other opportunities for me, such as I could be open and honest and tell people, hey, listen, I have a YouTube channel and I stream on Twitch. And also I'd like to run for city council. That'd be really fun. The only conflict there is that when you're an elected official, your information, all of your information ends up out there. So lots of different things to consider. But yeah, long story short, no, I am not practicing planning right now. I've thought about also, going back to school and getting my PhD in planning and then teaching eventually. That's something that has always appealed to me. I was invited to a PhD program a million years ago, and I turned it down because I didn't think I should get a PhD before actually being a planner. I personally didn't like the idea of that. So yeah. Did I get in trouble? No. I was told, what I was told is, you could always just give up your YouTube channel and give up streaming and just keep doing the planning stuff. But I feel like this is kind of one of those opportunities you only get once in your life, and then eventually it'll go away. So I kind of want to keep doing this as long as I can. Can I please move to Oakland and run for mayor? Oh my goodness. Your choices are as bad as a presidential election? Sounds wonderful. I definitely have a teaching professor personality. I think I would really enjoy it. YouTube is not forever. I think that I already feel like I've gotten really lucky with the longevity that I had of the channel, and I try to keep everything in perspective. Easy come, easy go. You know, it's really, I think there are two ways that you leave on YouTube. People get, like, you run out of ideas and your videos start to suck, and eventually people just say, all right, I've had enough of that. And then the other way is that eventually you burn out. And I've seen so many people burn out. So yeah, online fame is fleeting. Exactly, Diana. My 15 minutes of fame. I thought I had 15 minutes of fame as a planner, so. And then I found 15 minutes more. So I try to keep everything into perspective. You're kind of worried that a rough CS2 launch will kill a channel like mine? Yeah, I mean, that is a legitimate thing. So that's one reason why I personally, and a lot of other cities creators, have kind of just tried to, what am I doing? Oh, I want to make this bigger. Have tried to branch out and do more with other games. And I've personally found that it's increased my fulfillment and happiness to be able to do other things. And the other thing that I found is it seems like you guys all like when I branch out. The most successful videos on the channel over the last while have been non-City Skyline stuff, which is, I mean, there have been some very successful cities video, but yeah, it's been a lot of the other videos have been good too. Am I enjoying this chapter of full-time CPP? I've loved this. I am my own boss, which is a really weird thing. Like every day I wake up and I have to self-motivate, but being able to just do what I want every day, especially at the age that my kids are at right now, I have the flexibility. I'm at everything for my kids. They have a day at school, they have something going on, I show up to all those things. You know, practices. My kids are in piano and gymnastics and ballet. Not all of them, but the two kids are in different things. Swimming, and I'm able to go to all those different things. So it's a very privileged position, and I try not to take that for granted. As a full-time planner, I was working a lot of night hours, a lot of late nights. A lot of things that I really enjoy doing, I wasn't able to do because of the position I took. With the really high-ranking position, the dark side of it is that the expectations become incredibly high, and you end up working a lot of late-night hours. So things like cooking, I'm the primary cook in my family, and I didn't get to do that anymore. So yeah, kind of tough. Will there be any GeoGuessr? I shouldn't. Because I'm about to bump up into my time, but we'll do one round. You came for City Skylines, but this Manor stuff is what got you interested in stuff other than CS. Yeah, that's the thing, is the part that I like and don't, that I'm sure that Colossal Order probably doesn't, Paradox doesn't like, is that the release of City Skylines 2 and the issues there did take people like myself, and I'm guessing many of you, and open you up to other games. And I went from someone who only played 2 games to being a person that plays a lot more games than that now. So yeah. You'd be so down for a Cooking with CPP stream? I would actually be super down. There actually could be a time for that. I mentioned we're gonna have a subathon, and I'll stay on for as long as it goes on, around the anniversary of Twitch, the Twitch channel. So we'll see what happens. What is my favorite go-to dish to cook? I mean, my go-to dishes are super boring. I mean, like, I love grilling. So like if I could choose between cooking and grilling, I'll grill every time. Last night I grilled brats. And you know, that's wonderful. My go-tos though, I like slow cooking things. So I'll slow cook some baby back ribs. The other night I parboiled ribs for an hour, and then I slow cooked them in the oven for 2. And yeah, like those are the kinds of things. Meatloaf, tater tot casserole, if I want to get super Midwestern, a good steak. My wife is always trying to work more vegetables into our diet. I'm terrible about that. The grill is not too far from here. So I could do a grilling stream. Oh, we're overheating. Hold on, chat. We can't finish out like that. Give me 1 second. I have to open a window. Okay. We may come back. We may not. We are back. The joy of having a window right behind the camera is I can open it up. And it's really cold out right now. For Wisconsin anyway. I think it's 65. Oh, it feels wonderful. Glorious. Yes, Elgato is ready for the end of the day. So I have a Sony camera that is mounted behind a prompter, which is where I'm reading everything, and it gets really warm in here. So yeah, 100 degrees in Oakland and 66 in Portland. I'd take Portland right now. All right. I think we are in a good spot. I'm going to check one last upgrade check. See if there's anything we can do. We can. We're going to upgrade the last couple of things, and then I'm going to save. And I feel like we've made some good headway this time. And for the next one, we're going to really crank it. Am I a big fan of pizza, gotta say. Oni Pizza just opened up. Such a rabbit hole. Why does that sound familiar? Geez, I don't know where that is, but I'm a big fan of pizza. I should actually make a pizza soon. That would be a good one. Burgage Smalls 3. Well, this is still 2. 2 end. Oh, you're out of town. Well, that's very warm. Okay. Everyone, give me 1 second. We are going to get our GeoGuessr on. And I'm trying to, I always forget. Not multiplayer. Party. Okay. Such luscious lashes. I have luscious lashes. I did not realize that. All right, jump in. We're going to do one game. I don't want to do world this time. So let's look at some of the most popular. What do you guys think? I want to see it. Oh, my avatar. I thought you were talking about me. And I was like, God, maybe. Oni.com is their website. They make such great pizza ovens. Really up your ability to make a great pizza at home. Okay, are they indoor or outdoor? I'm gonna put that in my European stadiums. What's the code again? I'll put the code in one more time, and then I'm gonna set a timer and give you guys a little bit of time to jump in. Okay, the first map I see up 3 times in chat is the one that will go on. And I'm also going to set a timer for 60 seconds. No, I am looking at YouTube chat. B-Trap. It's a little slower, but I'm seeing it. Marco's is good for toppings. McDonald's. Caribbean. Balanced World. It's the Euros. Go to EU stadiums. That's 2 European stadiums. If we get one more, that's the one that we get. One more. McDonald's. That's 2 McDonald's. So that whichever McDonald's or European stadiums. Oh, there it is. European stadiums it is. So you guys have another 20 seconds to jump in, and then we're just going to roll with it. Marco's. Oh yeah, Marco's. They are the family video one. I forgot about that. Another 6 seconds. And all right, we're gonna roll. This one is going to be really tough. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do very well at this. Wilhelm. Koenig Wilhelm Stadium. Can we move? We can. I'm going to say the Netherlands. What is that? Is that a flag? There's a bike. Yeah, I'm going to say the Netherlands. And of course, you guys are already locking in. Okay. When in doubt, we select the biggest city. No clue though. Wilhelm. So it looks like we're kind of in the outskirts because I see some lower density homes. Let's see. Might have a chance here. Thanks for the wholesome stream. The low simmer. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness. I have no. Wait. Rokes. I'm gonna put us further out. It seems like we're kind of outside of a major city, just a little bit. What does this say? What does that sign? I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm in the right country. I am, but far. Might have had a chance here. You literally don't know what you're doing. You are selecting a spot on the map that you think you're in. So we're going through, and we're by a stadium in all of this, somewhere in Europe. So this, for instance, I can tell based on some of the things around here, we're in Greece. Now, where in Greece? Who knows? I don't even see a name for the stadium. The other way that you can tell this is Greece is just a ton of graffiti. Just everywhere. It's so wild. Okay, here's the name, and it's in Greek, so that's not going to help me at all. Greece, little help? Yeah, that is some help. It's just a tiny stadium. I guess there's a mountain back there. I'm going to select Athens for now. I do not think that we are in Athens. I have no idea. Something to provide context. Nothing. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't even know what. Wait. Port. There's a port. We're by a port. I'm gonna put us closer to the water. Yeah, no idea. We're gonna lock in Athens, and we were indeed by a port, but on a little island off the Greek coast. Bummer. Close. Well, no, that's bad. 2,820, 20th place out of 37, middle of the pack. Wait, you guessed blind to get 98 miles away. That's impressive. Not in a touristy area. I should have that should have given me that should have helped. Dnipro? FC Dnipro? Is that Ukraine? It's right here. So Dnipro, Ukraine. Well, where's the stadium? Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I select something. Bridge. Hello, Kryben. How you doing? This looks like it. Is this it? Soccer field. Locomotive. It looks like Locomotive Stadium. I can't even tell. Like, it doesn't like. That just looks too small. It doesn't look very big. But it's really hard to tell context. Here's what stays him close to the outskirts in Ukraine. I feel like it all really depends on the place. Oh, we were so close. So, oh, whoa. So close. But you know what? I'll consider that good enough. A couple blocks away. We'll call that Brian. Got it. Nice work. That was good for the middle of the pack. Amazing. Okay, round four. In a stadium again. Are we in Poland? That looks like potentially Polish. We can move. I can leave. Okay. Cool. Oh, that is super cool looking. What does it say on the outside? Not bad. Okay, so here's the name. It's blurry. I love that. Oh, why is it going to do that? All right, I think we're in Poland. This seems like we're on the outskirts. And we're trapped in the parking lot. It has a... Is it a parking? No, it's just like a plaza. There is parking. Okay. PGE Arena. PGE. AGE? Okay, I'm going to go and look around Warsaw to see if we'll drop a pin just in case. So there's the airport. So maybe it's not too far from the airport. Here's what I wish that I could see the aerial view, because I feel like if we had that, could definitely find it. Oh, so far off. Oh, 181 miles. All right. 16th. I middle of the pack. Diana, you got it? Nice work. Almeria? Almeria? Is that like is that an Audi logo? Or is that the Olympic rings? Sony. No idea even what country we're in. Oh, wait. This might be in Spain. What is this Almeria in Spain? Audi or Portugal? Okay. I'm going to see if there is... So is Almeria a place? Slacking off your job, widening highways to watch this. Wow. There it is. Hey, there it is. Sorry to distract you. And hopefully your day is going well. And if you're widening highways, I'm guessing you're in Texas. Then again, I guess you could. They're widening highways everywhere. It looked like we were kind of close to it. Oh, wait. Club? Where are I feel like we're so close. I think I might have actually moved further away. That's okay. 2 miles is pretty darn good. 13. I'll take it. I will take it. And Waz, excellent work. First place. Komrowski, second place. Vainglorious, third place. Absolutely great game. Thank you all so much. That was awesome. Traffic engineer doing signals along a new light rail. Nice. Good game, everybody. We are going to say goodbye to YouTube right now because we're going to raid someone here on Twitch. So, Twitch, can we give YouTube hearts in the chat? And YouTube, if you give Twitch some hearts, I will relay those for you. And I think I can actually switch the song to the correct song this time. Give me just 1 second. 1 second. And by that, I mean, it's clearly not working for me. Here we go. And I see hearts in chat going to YouTube. Nothing from YouTube. But I promise you, they're definitely feeling it. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. We will have another stream next week, normal time. And I see all the hearts from YouTube. They're 15 seconds behind. Hopefully I get to improve the quality on Twitch. YouTube, you'll always like the quality. So thank you all so much. Twitch, stick around. YouTube, I'll see you next time. Take care. Okay. YouTube is gone.